Òkè wa pé a kú àṣeyọrí àná tó kù díẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú pé kí n ti wà on fún few hours. But it is not yet too late, even though it's almost 12:30. It's almost about 1:30 nílé fáwọn èèyàn wa tó ṣì ń padà lọ sílé. We'll try and stay here for a little bit so that a lè fi ṣe one or two conversation before we go into the conversation again. Mo kí gbogbo wa, we'll give a bit of time for people to come in so that we just catch up a little bit for at least maybe some few hours. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire níbikíbi tí olúkálùkù wa ti darapọ̀ tí ẹ ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. I will now open the phone line as well. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ẹ káalẹ́, a dẹ̀ káàbọ̀ sórí àṣálẹ́ ètò tiwa tí a tún sáré gbé wá lálẹ́. It's just to catch up with what happened, and likewise as we continue with the awareness campaign. Mo kí gbogbo wa pátápátá, I say good morning, which is now 23rd of 23rd day of December 2022. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ṣì wà lọ́nà tí wọ́n make way wọn padà lọ sílé, even though that was not what was planned. But I will explain what I have in terms of information that got to me about almost 5 o'clock. And I say very good morning. This is the Yoruba Self-Determination Platform for those that are probably not aware. And this is where we educate and use the platform to tell those that have the right to self-determination, which is something that we have been doing in the last 3 years. But as we are moving into, the deep end of the movement, there is a lot that still needs to be discussed. And I think we're good to go now. I just want to be sure that all my platform is on, because the thing about low software, you're likely to forget about one platform. So once again, a very good morning for everyone that have joined us so far, and welcome to the conversation. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń darapọ̀. Bí ẹ̀yin náà ṣe ń pariwo nílé, làwa náà wà excited fáwa tá wà níta, and we are grateful to those that were able to make it down to Oyo State. But for those that could not make it, I'm sure the next instruction that will be given to us, you will participate as well. There's been still some bit of complaint, but our platform is here to listen and to see much of what we can do to rectify some of the complaint, especially as the rally that was announced last week by Dr. Sunday Igboho. I've just woke up, as you can tell, with my voice is a little bit cracky, but it will pick up along the line when we get into the program. I'll be here for as much as I can, because I still believe that more people are still traveling in between the interstate. I want to decide, even though they were told to go home, which was not what we were told by the coordinators, but I was only aware of so many changes, later on in the evening, which I will explain some part of that. A very good evening and welcome once again to the conversation. Let's just start the Instagram, then we can roll out the program tonight. Bí ó ṣe máa ń rẹ èèyàn náà ni ó máa ń rẹ ará ọ̀run ló máa ń sọ. The body is not a stone, but I've taken a bit of rest And it is important that I come out tonight, especially for those that are a little bit concerned in the last few hours, and they're not getting any feedback from your state, so they're probably not sure what is going on. But whatever has gone wrong on the ground is not something that was planned, but I will explain a bit of what I was aware of. Jaka play and tell me a little bit, and then we go straight into the program. It's now coming up to 12:37 in the Friday, 23rd of December, 2022. I should go a little bit back. And I've been because I'm using the phone. I can't have the strength to even run the software. Let's go with this first. Orílẹ̀ èdè wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fàlẹ́rì, ìgbàgbọ́ wa ní pé láti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira, ìkẹjẹ́ ká máa lépa, tẹ̀síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòtò dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sí ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ, ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Hello, Lord. Yeah. Yeah, clear shella. Yeah. Okay, c'est fait. All right. Okay, then. You know what the program is saying. Not to pay music, but to the live program. Okay, then. Well, all right. All right, then. Lára àwọn èèyàn wa náà ni tí wọ́n lọ sí Ọ̀yọ́ State. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé ẹ̀ka lẹ́ níbi tí olúkálùkù wa ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n lọ sí Ọ̀yọ́ State, and we say thank you so much for making it down there. It was a very fantastic outing. There's no doubt about that. And I'm sure a lot of people's expectation was we were going to be sleeping, which is exactly what I was told. Nígbà tí a dé Ogun State ní last week, I was asking them, why are we not sleeping in Ogun State? Ìyàwó tó jẹ́ coordinator tí bàbá wa yàn sí pé kó darí rally tí ó jáde. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fi tó mi létí pé náà pé plan fún Ogun State o, nítorí pé ìjáde tá jáde ní Ogun State, it will just be kákọ̀ jáde kólúkálukú dẹ̀ padà sí state ẹ̀. Mo ní okay. I was really pushing for that, as much as a lot of people don't know what is happening behind the scene, but I'm sure on Saturday last week, I was really pushing for them to stay. But the reason that is much important, tí ọ̀run fẹ́ dúró tó fi sọ pé àwọn lè dúró ní the logistic of oúnjẹ, not the security per se. At least àwọn tí a jọ ń lọ sí rally, they are okay. Àwọn kan ṣì wà lọ́yọ̀ọ́, we are still in Ọ̀yọ́ rally. Okay. Àwọn kan ti padà lọ sí base wọn, àwọn kan ṣì wà láàrin méjì. Ọlọ́run bá mi fi ṣọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ gbogbo yín dé ilé lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ má bínú, I should have been out. Like I said, I had to take a bit of rest as well so that I can have the strength, because I need that energy especially for the platform. So n tó sọ fún wa ni pé tó bá di Saturday, tó bá di èní, or àná rather, because ti wà ní Friday, pé tá bá ti dé Ọ̀yọ́, pé ká má worry pé àwọn èèyàn wa máa sùn. And that is why we came on the platform and we say kó lókàlùkù mú brush ẹ̀ dání, kó mú toothpaste dání, kódà ara pákò, you know, àdẹ̀ra ara toothbrush pa ara pákò, kò mú ní kó ra pákò, ó dẹ̀ wà nínú ẹrù tó kó lọ sí Ọ̀yọ́ State. And the moment that I was aware pé a máa sùn, I was also told by the deputy coordinator of Ọ̀yọ́ State pé wọ́n ti gba venue, pé venue yẹn bí hall ni, but ó ní veranda níta. Mo ní yẹn náà ti tó, àwọn èèyàn nídìí láti sùn, tá bá ti gbé van tí tó ń kọrin tó ti wà nínú bẹ̀, àwọn èèyàn á dẹ̀ jókòó síbẹ̀, and we will keep that going títí dàárọ̀, then olúkálùkù á dẹ̀ máa padà sí base. Or maybe we will go into the second day, but all these will be planned because we are not giving too much information out from what we are told. You know, information will come, as I always say, with the instruction. But at about 5 o'clock, I got a call. I think àwọn team mi ló kọ́kọ́ pè mí pé ọ̀gá, ìta tó ń gbọ́ níbí báyìí ni pé it seems that wọ́n ní káwọn èèyàn máa lọ́lé ni o. Mo ní kí ló mí pé wọ́n ní káwọn èèyàn máa lọ́lé. Mo ní mo understand. Ṣé mi mọ̀ pa alága báwọn lọ? Okay, I think alága called me and he was explaining that pé wọ́n nílé dúró mọ́ again. Mo ní kí ló dé? Wọ́n ní security wise, and then they didn't have, you know, a particular place that they were going to stay. So I was a bit, you know, I was a bit very, very upset. And I said to him straight away, wọ́n ní láti wábì kan táwọn ẹ̀ máa dúró sí. I mean, even if we are not going to stay on the street, bí a ṣe rí wọn tí gbogbo wọn wà lójú títì yẹn, let's move them to a location. Let's move into maybe a small open location tí àwọn èèyàn kọ́ máa dúró. I mean, you know, since we have the lighting, we have everything, the music is still there, you know, the vehicles are there, and they all ti sanwó fún wọn fáwọn tó gbà wọn. I don't know bí olúkálùkù ṣe gba mọ́tò, but mo ṣáà mọ̀ pé I think we have about 2 vehicles tó ń kọrin níbẹ̀. Another one might get back to me. Then I called one of the coordinator as well. Wọ́n ní pé àwọn máa look into it. But ẹ mọ̀ pé moment tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, ó ti bring spirit àwọn èèyàn down, and moment people started fading off. But àwọn kan wà adamant pé àwọn ò ní lọ, pé àwọn máa dúró ni. But all I can say is the instruction that I got was we were sleeping, and that's the reason why we put that in the platform. It's out of my own control, but what I can say is I was not happy. I was not happy at all, just as a lot of you are not happy. But we will try to see and rectify that, because if people have planned, especially Ilomi Kowa, with the hope that whatever is going to happen is going to happen, which is going to happen, whether we are running away from it or not, it will eventually happen. And we have to understand that. I've actually sent a message to those coordinators, and I've told them that we on our own platform, we are not pleased, we are not happy. The instruction did not come from CSI, we were soon. So the instruction of changing the plan was with the coordinator. But I won't go into too much details on that, because I actually spoke to CSI himself. The police commissioner was not complaining that we are out. The only complaint we got was we want to block it, we were the key movement, we call job, we call shashi, lane, conquer motor if you move. And I think we will see that àwọn mọ́tò yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí move because àti dá traffic ilé rẹpẹtẹ. So eventually, I think, I mean, as I we are not fighting the security personnel, but we want them to feel our impact. And that's exactly what we are going to be doing, which, we have just done 1 or 2 states. So the police commissioner was not there. They're not going to do anything. But they will be there. It's their right to be there to protect us. It's not for them to attack us. Because they know that we have artist ṣàlàyé fáwọn èèyàn. What them mọ̀ pé n tá ń fà kò ń ṣe politics. So whether Operation Burst were on the ground or the soldier were on the ground, it's not going to make any difference. Because at the end of the day, we are not there to make life comfortable for them. So it will be inconvenient. So this is part of what we are saying to people, that by the time all the states will probably come into force of this kind of rally, it will inconvenience a lot of people, whether you like it or not. But I will wait for more further instruction. I don't have any instructions to give tonight, apart from just to clarify the issue why we were not sleeping tonight. That's all. I'm just here tonight. And probably just stay for a few hours. Maybe there will be people that are still stuck somewhere. But like I said, the generator was brought. We bought the lighting. There was enough water. We were prepared to do as much stuff as well. But whatever was happening on the ground, I am not on the ground, but I was still on the ground. But the coordinator that were organizing did not put things in place as I would have wanted to. But I hope they will rectify that quickly. We're just coming and we're going. But for the fact that the outing was great, the energy was very strong, just as Ogun State. I think fear and anything, I think, eradicated, because we are dealing with all kind of different attacks. Last week, the Inspector General of Police was actually tagging the Yoruba people and the Biafra Bawalan Joinek office. And this kind of news might not filter within the Yoruba self-determination, but these are the kind of news that filter in Nigeria. And àwọn èèyàn máa gbọ́ ní ìwé ìròyìn pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nation, tẹ́ bá wo ìta ṣe ní Ogun State, tẹ́ bá wo report tí Aláròyé kan tó ṣe tó ní tí ẹni tó bá gbọ́ kò ní fẹ́ jáde mọ́, but we are still telling our people that gbogbo yẹn is just camouflage. Wọ́n kàn try láti, because wọ́n mọ̀ pé interface party fẹ́ jáde tán nísìn. They can't decide for us anymore. We've just been in Oyo State and we've shut down the state for just a few hours, and they're already panicking. Hey, imagine by the time all the state starts and we block all the highway and everywhere is blocked, then they will understand the real problem that is coming in their head. So the fear àti your fear kúrò lára wọn èèyàn. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó dẹ́rù bà wá, kò sí nǹkankan tí wọ́n lè ṣe. Their presence will be there. Ẹ lè rọ́lọ́pàá, ẹ lè rí sójà, kò mean. Tá bá fi ipò wà heat up dáadáa, wá pè fún more backup, kò mean anything. We will stand our ground. We will continue to stand our ground, and we will continue to tell the world what we want. Kò síyàn kankan tó máa wá gbà wá. Àwa la máa gbára wa. So that is on that. Ẹ má bínú, like I said, I've had a bit of rest. Immediately after that, I just I just went straight to bed, and I'm thinking, I mean, not straight to bed, but I was like, it's one of those things that you don't plan for. I mean, my plan was we will be there, at the Sunday, Ade Padawala Lenison. But ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé, ẹ ti prove fún àwa tí a wà níta náà, àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé, Uh, we we are strong together, and like I've said, I've not listened to the. I know there was also two things that came up today simultaneously, almost like three things were running parallel to parallel, and that's why I say it's a big elephant. While we were in that rally, there was news also filtering out about our father, Babadada, Baba Kintoye. And I started getting calls again, just as usual. Punch newspaper decided to put their own kind of headline, which is not exactly what it is. But I'm sure we will go to understand, me. It is a different thing entirely. I will explain more of that. I haven't got the kind of energy tonight, but later on tomorrow we will talk about what it means. Because the concern was that when you read news about Bakito, they were a little bit worried that in the middle of a rally we are getting this. What is actually going on? So, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. If he has decided to step aside and allow Babadeni to take over, and he's still behind the scene, doing exactly what he has been doing in the past. I'm trying to see if I can pull up the statement that was out. It's been a long day as usual, but we're grateful to Almighty God that we are still alive. And I also have not listened to Chief Mrs. Odupo Nitiri on Share Koribe. I was in and out, but I could not pick as much because I was focused on the rally. But I will listen to the whatever she has said, then I'll be able to digest it and then see what I can talk about what she has said. I will look into what she has actually said because what I'm not sure exactly what time she came up, but I listened to a little bit, but I need to listen to everything to understand, what she was also saying as well. So that was also coming up. So we had three things running simultaneously today in terms of the rally in your state. If anybody's asking me, well, what is rally? You must be stupid to be asking such question. You need to go on dictionary and look for the meaning of rally. I'm not here to explain that, Atiwa Ninu, the real danger. And the real danger is Nigeria that is making us not to do what we need to do. So, but like I said, three things popped up simultaneously today. When I started getting calls on the Babakintoye one, I made a contact on the ground, wanted to know what is going on. Koto de Pay statement, it won't jáde sí orí Twitter, which is where I eventually picked it up. Later, the mo rí pé wọ́n ti ṣe video kan, and we played that video. Tẹ́ bá rántí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wà lórí software pẹ̀lú wa, kò ń ṣe ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wá àwọn boys wa tí wọ́n wà on the ground, but ẹ̀yin tó wà lórí software rí pé mo play video Babakintoye láàrin méjì ẹ̀. And I think he explained himself much better. But we will talk on that. What impact does that have on the movement? We will discuss that as we are now, getting closer and closer every day. So there's still a lot in the pipeline. And one thing I also picked up is that the Nigerian media, and this is where I want us to remember that when I keep saying that all our media, we need to really buckle up because we are fighting a big monster that has a lot of money. News Babakintoye will filter straight away into Nigeria. I don't know whether some of you noticed that. And that is what they're looking for. That tells you the power of what the media can do. And also the Twitter, type in, Professor Akintoye. and you will see the amount of people in different ways that wrote a lot of things about what happened in terms of this hand over to his deputy, Baba Wale Adeniro. And this is the power of the media in their own narrative, whether positive, negative. And this is where I keep telling you that this particular one, Tiwa Nibi by Koikimedia, is not a Bole Kaja media. I am fighting not the Yoruba people. Whether they agree with my views or not, it's not my concern. Some of you don't understand that we are fighting, using this media platform to fight those same media that probably care less about what we are doing. And we need to understand traction. I won't be surprised that they will not talk about Yoruba Nation tomorrow in Nigeria. If not in Nigeria, but at least in Oyo State alone, based on what we've done today. So if we are now serious, Lori Oro Yoruba Nation, we need to move away from just our same people. Oh, okay, Kalembe, hey, Kabo, Yawa niye, hey, Shimori Erimi. No, we need to move away from there now. State wa missing, Oyekatiwa ni away from even Nigeria. Oyekatima need traction to mama hit the African countries with our kind of, awareness reportage on those platforms of the media in Africa. To ba ma fi day stage kan a kicking a wọnú Europe, from Europe to ba ti lè wọnú Europe ó ti wọ Asia, ó ti lọ sí other continents. But all we are still doing at the moment is we are still within ourselves. But Iru Baba Akintoye nisin, as somebody that they've known so well, I'm not sure whether any of those media reported, the declaration of Iyawo Onitiri, because I didn't see any of such in the mainstream media in the shit old monster called Nigeria. But everybody is already picked Lori T. Baba Akintoye. You would even expect that a kind of our declaration that was done in November, oh yeah, kó jáde nínú paper Nigeria, kó jáde rárá. And I want you to think about that. What will be the reason why such a very important thing is not coming into the media in Nigeria? But the moment Tiwo gbọ́ pé Baba Akintoye ó step aside, that was actually picking straight into the mainstream media in Nigeria. And I'm not talking about just the blogging now. I'm talking about Twitter, review. So when we sit here, this is some of the reason why, we say to ourselves that, this is not a blogging platform. We're actually fighting, those kind of medias. At least, Yoruba Nation, they have declared, but that, not even Sahara Reporter. I'm not sure Sahara Reporter was able to pick that, which is still a little bit, at least sometimes it tries to blend because Nigeria doesn't operate. And this is where we need to understand what we are dealing with. We are dealing with a big monster. And this is why I take, this job as a serious. But people think it's just a joke because they are looking at, they're watching. They're watching me all the time because they know the power of what this media is doing. I'm fighting against those monsters in Nigeria. But I think this platform is a joke where, often by Kimali Fuyini, the breakdown, they understand. Because, I want to get colleagues wa, don't wo wa, don't mock with media, They will just think that, kí lélẹ̀ náà sọ yìí. So lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lọ. This is the reason why I even have to come out tonight, because Tibani if you still let it dollar, which I can do, but again, I just have to be out tonight. My wish was that we will be out there till tomorrow, but I am not the one on the ground. The people on the ground have decided that that's what they want to do. And that was not the instruction as well. So Mufeka, I understand it, but we hope, those kind of situation will be rectified. And I've actually sent a message to 3 of them that, know the platform too well. We don't tolerate such instruction. And this is part of the reason why we must follow instruction. Oyi ma dey stage where àtẹ ní sùn rárá. Àkọ́ máa sùn short period ni. Èèyàn mélòó ló ti sùn properly in the last 3 years? Whether àwa tá ń ṣe program ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò láàrin méjì ẹ̀ ń lọ́bi iṣẹ́. So èèyàn mélòó gan ló ń sùn? So we hope that now that as the situation is changing gradually, there will now be, like I said, hopefully, things will start joining itself. So, I mean, the outing itself was very powerful. And this is where we need those kind of outing to mama continue. But think about how am I fund there? Am I also the YSDM? I trust YSDM. I trust the platform Kokon. And we want our people to be out there. Even though I think about 500, what's she 500 rice, most of the people control America. She took that responsibility herself, through our platform. And I believe there were other things that were, done as well. But it's still not yet enough. So, but the moment people are saying, need the rally, rally, and waste time, easy can joke with. But I've just given you 2 main important things now. Ìyàn méjì tá jẹ́ pé àwọn ni main leaders wa. And both of them between a month, because taba wo èní nísìn àti November is just 1 month ago. Kí ló dé tí wọ́n report declaration wa lórí Nigerian newspaper or the Nigerian mainstream mainstream media? Kí ló dé tí wọ́n have anybody thought of that? Ǹjẹ́ anybody tẹ́ jókòó pé ká tẹ̀ ó pa kí ló dé tí wọ́n announce it? Okay, láàrin ara wa is fine, but ṣára wa nìkan ni, we want them to know. Have anybody think about that? Let's be honest with ourselves. Kí ló dé tí wọ́n report it? Ṣé wọ́n suppress ẹ ní tí wọ́n fi report it? But I'm sure kò tó bá suppress it, a ṣe náà wèrè tó jẹ́ media náà tó yẹ pé Sahara lè report it. Gazette, ẹni tí bá ń follow Gazette, àwọn náà lè report it. Àwọn bloggers lè report it. Kí ni kan bloggers? I'm not talking about àwọn blogger, I'm talking about writing, blogging. Àwọn tó ń kọ article. But Baba Akintoye kò step aside. Ẹ ò bọ́ ṣe sáré pick news yẹn, because they are looking for the bad aspect of what we are doing. And they can put their own headline for their own narrative. That is the power of what the media does. Media man twisting Connie to favor, especially like the Nigerian system, where they are all, not every one of them, but we know that 70% of the Nigerian media are brown envelope. From the radio to everything. I'm a officer lóòótọ́. What then bó ṣe lè sọ, even if they're being gagged. A gbọ́ pé àwọn Yorùbá nation wọ́n not to declare, and they can make it in a narrative way that it will be out there in the public domain. And this is why, there's a lot of work for every one of us to do. Because we're not talking to ourselves anymore now. Mistake that day. Àti bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ for 3 years. Our conversation now needs to hit, at least ó gbọ́dọ̀ máa hit East Africa nísìn, East Africa, West Africa, kó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbọ́ Yorùbá nation conversation. And the only way they can do that is when we're on the street. If you're not on the street, they're not going to say anything of such. Because the social media is so big. Even if you have 1 million followers, irú àwa nísìn Facebook ti restrict, I keep telling people, they could say àwọn tó ní pé wọ́n pull the platform kan down. No. Artificial intelligence nìyẹn. But bólúkálùkù ìmọ̀ olúkálùkù ṣe yé mọ́ ni. That's why mi ò pẹ́ pé ẹ bá máa ṣe, because ẹ bá share kò lè move ju bó ṣe fẹ́ move lọ, because wọ́n ti restricted nínú system wọn. So ẹ bá share 10,000 times kò make any difference, because kò ní kọjá bí tó fẹ́ kó kọjá. Because that's what they call artificial intelligence. Mo ń gbọ́ Twitter, mo follow àwọn individual kan lórí Twitter ní last week. Àwọn strong, we have different people doing different things. Àwọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n ní gbòógì èrò lẹ́yìn. And Twitter literally stop people from seeing what they're discussing. This is what all these social media, I can't do, because that's the only thing we have. But in Toba ti mú traction pé Yoruba Nation conversation ti ń jáde nínú radio station kan ní Kenya, it's gonna help us. But báwo la ṣe fẹ́ jẹ́ kó dé stage yẹn, òun la ṣe sọ pé we need that energy láti gbé jáde. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are not seeing that. All we are saying is kákọ̀ wá ká máa bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ nìkan, àwa ara wa nìkan. And that is not what we need now. What we need now is we need to expand the scope of where we are going. We are not talking to ourselves every day. Okay, a máa ṣe rally, yes, láàrin ara wa. But rally yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ kó tẹ̀ máa dìgbọ́ tí ń gbọ́ ní South Africa. Yoruba people, they are actually, because DSTV is only affiliate, if not owned by a South African country, right? Hey, imagine if what we are doing in Oyo State, MTN. Hey, imagine there's a traction where whatever we are doing is having impact with MTN. Hey, imagine in time ṣe kó máa ní impact sí one company tí kò ṣe Nigerian base. Every gbogbo truck ten rí tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ yẹn. Some of them are taking things out of Nigeria and some are bringing things, because Nigeria is a consuming country. And consume ni. Akọ̀rọ̀ block Ọ̀yọ́ fún few hours. Wọ́n ti wà panic. Wọ́n sáré rán commissioner pé kó rán yàn kó lọ́wọ́ síbẹ̀ pé kó jọ. Wọ́n wá bẹ̀ wá ni. Wọ́n literally wá bẹ̀ wá ni. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń bẹ CSI pé àwọn ọmọ yìí ti wà ní gbòòrò, àṣẹ kọ́kọ́ fún wọn, but ẹ bá wa bẹ̀ wọ́n kó tẹ̀ sí ọ̀nà ẹyọ kan. Wọ́n ní ká sí gbogbo ẹ̀. State ẹ̀ka wà nísìnyí yẹn. Kò ń ṣe pé kákọ̀ máa wá. It's good to see everybody on the platform, but we need to push the scope of our conversation away from ourselves now. Àwa ti gbogbo àtàwọn níbi àti mọ̀. Ọlọ́run akọ́ wa mọ̀ ṣe. So again, 2 of the leaders, but only one was trending negatively on the mainstream media. Kí ló dé tí tìyàwó Mrs. Odupo Onitiri kò trend in that same mainstream media? Have we thought about that? Ìjà ronú lọ síbẹ̀. Yes, gbogbo àwa ti gbọ́ nísìn, but ǹjẹ́ wọ́n gbọ́ ìní nísìn? Gbogbo ẹni tó wà Nàìjíríà ti gbọ́ pé bàbá Akíntóyè ti kúrò nínú. Kódà wọ́n fẹ́ lè sọ pé ó ti kúrò pátápátá, kò ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́. From the way they portrayed it, even if they're going to portray our declaration in a negative way, kí ló dé tí kò jáde síbẹ̀? ìjà ronú débẹ̀. Mo ń béèrè ni ìbéèrè ni mo ń bi gbogbo wa. So tí mídíà kan tí ó wá ń focus energy ẹ̀ because irú bíbá yìí nísìn ìdí tí wọ́n ṣe máa wá jókòó sí bíbá tó fi mú nǹkan kan tó fi mú méjì because wọ́n mọ̀ pé ibi báyìí ni Ìgbòho wà tí bá mí pé Ìgbòho because for the father I'm the spokesperson of Ìgbòho and Ìgbòho mo sọ fún yín pé òun ni the main man. Ṣé a sọ fún Ọ̀yọ́ state bí a bá ń bọ̀ ni a sọ fún ọpá ń bọ̀ ẹ̀tọ́ wa ni ká jáde any state tó bá jẹ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá a lè jáde anytime a rẹ̀ ní láti sọ fún anybody pa ń bọ̀ but eventually they had security on the ground. Ìgbà tá a máa fi dé interchange ṣé ẹ̀yin ò bá security níbẹ̀ ṣé ẹ̀rọ bá sọ fún wọn ní ibi báyìí ló ti gbọ́ inú platform yìí àti platform tó kù ló ti gbọ́. Ọgbọ́n ẹ̀ tẹ́ máa ń sọ pé wọ́n ní platform ní template mọ̀ template ti Nàìjíríà ni ẹ kó jágbàjàgbà lọ́jà rí ní bàbá ọ̀ ní template ṣé template kan wà tí wọ́n tóyìnbó fi kó wa lẹ́rù ni ẹ̀yin keyboard warrior jókòó sórí inú platform ẹ̀ máa kọ jágbàjàgbà síta gbogbo ṣe ń ṣe yín lọ títọ́ ní kó má sọ̀rọ̀. Because at the end of the day ẹ wo irú traction tí kò bá push tó bá yẹ pé irú declaration yìí náà wọ́n push ẹ̀ sínú mainstream media nínú Nàìjíríà kí ló dé tó fi mọ tí mò ń mu oríṣiríṣi ìbéèrè oníṣẹ́ tí ni mo mọ àbò mi èmi nìkan ni mo mọ tí mò ń mọ ẹ ní láti mọ ẹ so ẹ̀yin yẹn wá èmi kàn rò bẹ́ẹ̀ èmi ń rò bẹ́ẹ̀ as a journalist I don't know bí ẹ̀yin náà ń rò bẹ́ẹ̀ bí èmi nìkan dẹ̀ ni mò ń rò bẹ́ẹ̀ but èmi ń rò from the perspective of a journalist. I'm not a blogger. Blogger ló máa gbúù bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. And that's why I said you don't journalists don't love beg anybody. Mo ṣe lè máa fẹ́ beg anybody. You don't beg anybody. Media ń lọ bẹ̀yàn. Èyí lè máa wá media pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nǹkan báyìí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé a lè sọ báyìí ṣé a lè gbé báyìí. Kò mí pé torí pé we are doing a Yoruba nation you got to respect the platform. No matter how threatened the government is, like I said, even Sahara Reporter did not pick it. Sahara Reporter does not care about what the government says. Sahara Reporter and negative things about us. Kí ló dé tó sọ yẹn is the question. Let's be honest with ourselves. Money journalist is Sahara lọ́wọ́. But I must be able to give something to her to say, nǹkan báyìí. There's what I call the template of, àṣẹ nǹkan báyìí, ẹ bá wa gbé yẹ̀wò. And ọmọ àdè òkè ṣó wọ́t káwọn gbé jáde kò ń ṣe pé àwọn kan nú wọn náà sí pẹ̀lú wa but so once again mo kí gbogbo wa mo kí ọmọdé mo kí àgbàlagbà tó ti wọlé and I say a very good afternoon, good morning and welcome to the broadcast. We need to scale up from the perspective of not just our nìkan. I got to scale out of our own radius àti mú radius tiwa gbogbo tó máa sọ pé àwọn èèyàn gbọ́ yẹn má dá àwọn gbogbo yẹn lóhùn radius nísìn ni pé a fẹ́ pick more radius a fẹ́ pick more radius. Ẹ já ṣí phone line ká gba call and let's get a conversation going for as much as I can do, then we take it. We call it a night. We need to, the radius and the tentacle needs to, and Bodeshima push out, it needs a kind of Muriembe mass barrier. I just picked up your message now. Agbọ́dọ̀ kí àwọn media wa tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ nílé, and kudos to what you know. We need to scale out. We need to scale up. So that kò ní jẹ́ pé within the radius wa nìkan nísìn, we have done very well for 3 years. So by now, in terms of communication, Wasita should be going outskirts of our own radius. Because radius wa ti dìmú dáadáa. Because wọ́n ti kó bẹ̀rù ìbẹ̀rù. Ẹ wo báwọn èèyàn wá ṣe jáde. Gbogbo àti mọ̀ pé ìbẹ̀rù ló ń pààyàn. Mo ń gbọ́ Saheed ní alẹ́. Ó ní ìgbà ta ló ní kú, and that's a fact. Tá bá ń sọ pé à ń bẹ̀rù àfikún, but we are dying already. We are dying. We don't have to pay Nigerian media before they talk about us. That was what I was told 3 years ago. But that started changing. I won't be surprised that Channels Television is not going to talk about that Ibadan rally. Táwọn bá sọ, Arise TV máa sọ níjọ́ Monday, because gbogbo wa tí mo wà ní Ìbàdàn for 6 months. Gbogbo rally wa ni wọ́n ń gbé. That is a traction. Maybe some of you don't know that. But nígbà tá a kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n ní ká lọ máa ṣe advert sínú Nigerian paper. They're not going to listen to you. I'm not sure whether BBC Yorùbá wà níbẹ̀ ṣá, because mo rò pé mo rí wọn bẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní staff níbàdàn tó máa kọ̀ take ní 1 hour láti débẹ̀. Àwa la máa force energy yẹn tó máa fi sọ̀rọ̀ wa. Àwa. And how we going to do that? Ṣé lórí pé ká kọ̀ máa bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ nìkan nínú close and cycle yìí àbí ká push out? And that's why we're telling people that what we are doing now, the next phase of what we are doing now, has been something that has been said for more than a year. But you can see that within a week that the rally was announced, almost the spirit wanted to be down because there was so much negativity. And kí ló ń fa negativity is because ti gbà fúnra wa in the cycle of what we are doing, and we say okay, tolukaluku bá gbà fúnra wọn, kolukaluku máa bá tiẹ̀ lọ kó máa ṣe lọ, but let's meet at the top with the pyramid, because everybody is now seeing the movement as ó ti pẹ́ pín sọ́nà méjì, but it's still okay as long as tí kan bá ń gbasi tó ń gbasi tí kejì náà bá dẹ̀ ń gbasi, but ìkan máa mú traction jura wọn lọ. Èwo ló máa mú traction? Ṣé ìta kan end cycle lára wa nínú close end cycle yìí àbí ìta wà níta? Èwo ló máa fún wa ní traction? I'm asking. Ṣé traction yẹn ṣe nu end cycle tí gbogbo wa wà in this beautiful, because we are one family here. So ṣé a máa sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn nìkan within the this closed cycle, àbí a máa èwo ló máa tètè fún wa ní that feel táwọn yẹn máa mọ̀ pé lótìtọ́, but within a week ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn wa ti prove, even in the ẹlòmíì ò jẹun tó fi wá bẹ́ẹ̀ tó tún fi lọ lẹ́nìí, ó dẹ̀ wá níjọ́ Saturday ìdí ó pé bí wọ́n àti oúnjẹ jẹ ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ oúnjẹ jẹ ẹlòmíì tó tẹ̀ wá ní Saturday gan ó bẹ́tà ó rí nǹkan mú lọ ju ẹni tí tó wá ní Saturday tó tútù wá lẹ́nu. So if we keep hiding to say àfẹ́jáde sí títì àfẹ́jẹ́ kọ́ rí wa àfẹ́ push síta, then how do we get the world or even the African countries? Because okay, let's give an example again. Mo tún wo another company tó jẹ́ pé kò sí ìlú tó bá Nàìjíríà ṣe business, gbogbo ìlú lágbàáyé ló ń bá wọn ṣe business, small big. But a gbọ́dọ̀ wà ní ìta. Nobody is saying we shouldn't reclaim. Tẹ́bá sọ pé reclaim, nobody have disagreed with that. Ṣé nínú social media la máa reclaim or a máa jáde síta? No. Because there must be a format láti fi ṣe reclaim yẹn. Like I said, I've not listened to our last broadcast yesterday, but I will do so, and then I'll be able to, see some of the point that she raised in that broadcast. So if we are saying, okay, yes, but this reclaiming, it will be a paperwork reclaiming, or it's going to be something that we will also tell people, I'm an instructor on you, because jáde ká lọ sí iwájú ọ́fíìsì kan, ká bí a máa tí ọ́fíìsì yẹn pa ni, bí a máa, I don't know, kí la máa ṣe, àbí ṣe within this close and cycle, láti máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Paperwork continue. EU tó ti tán tí British kúrò nínú ẹ̀, wọ́n sì ń ṣe paperwork ìdọ́là. The paperwork continue. So nobody is against any one of our leaders. Okay, so we are coming out to reclaim. Okay, which is again almost the same thing as what we are doing so far. So àfi tó bá yẹ pé ó tún máa ní template mi tí kò ní jẹ́ pé èyí tá à ń rìn lójú títì, maybe there will be instruction pé ká lọ sí airport, ká má jẹ́, I don't know. We need to get that information so that we can be able to start reviewing that and start telling the people. So if we're going to be coming out to reclaim, then it's going to give us traction. And I hope it's not going to have impact where the government will then say, kí lẹ fi ṣe yẹn ọmọ yìí, ẹ fi bà business àwa àtàwọn òyìnbó jẹ́. Ẹ ti ṣe ti lọ wo platform wọn lálẹ́. 50 American soldiers are currently training in the Nigerian army. Never trust the Western world, I told you. That was intelligent. Anyway, let me not go into too much details on that. I want to cut Angora. America lo instigate pé kí àwọn sójà àwọn lọ máa pa aráàlú ní Indonesia in 1975. After tí East Timor declared, 2 weeks after that, ogun ló gbé lọ bá wọn. At least so far, so good. Or tí gbógun wá bá wa nísìn. A month after the declaration, or tí gbógun wá. So, and we still look into what's going to be next. Okay, tá bá lọ sí border, tá bá lọ sí port, tá bá lọ sí airport, tá fẹ́ lọ reclaim it. That already is a good thing for me. It stopped Nigeria from operating, and we prepare for whatever is going to happen, which is the same thing I have said 3 years ago. We defend ourselves. Even though with the paperwork that we say we have declared, the Nigerian government is not going to go easy on us. And that's the truth that a lot of us still don't want to accept in this movement. Even with the paperwork. And we must start understanding that truth. Nobody is against any one of our leaders, like I said. We must understand that. We're going to reclaim? Oh, yes. But the question again people then ask is, okay, now we have a new leader. We hope this new leader and the unitary will come up quickly, in a meeting together behind the scene and then start, putting the pyramid that I've talked about. Because there's no way she's going to do it alone. Because if she's going to be doing it alone, then let's also remember that the other part will also try to do the same thing. And it doesn't matter. People are saying, oh, Ellie declare Emeji. Well, we don't know that because we've never seen that before in the history of this world. So we just have to wait and see. We're living in a new era. Approve in America. Whether you like it or not, as long as you want America, we're against it because it's the and these are some of the things that we need to understand. So there's no template in anything. Things are changing every day around the world. You mean, èmi ti lọ sí protest ground táwọn lesbian àwọn gay tí mo dẹ̀ wà láàrin wọn a dẹ̀ protest lọ. So tá a bá sọ pé a ti declare èèyàn kankan tún lè declare well níbo ní template yẹn sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ around the world. It's easy said and done. Yes, àwọn ti declare tí bàbá wọn ìlànà bá sọ pé àbí ysd náà bá sọ pé àwọn náà máa declare. We'll have to wait and see. Àwọn nígbà well nobody knows that because nobody knows that template because èmi ò rí bí kan tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn méjì kan declare àbí tí èèyàn kan bá fún mi níbẹ̀ kí n dẹ̀ lọ ṣe research lé lórí pé àwọn group kan nílùú kan wọ́n fi gba freedom àwọn méjèèjì wá declare lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ wọ́n wá accepted. Nobody has that template or information, and if you have it, email it to me info@koikimedia.com. Maloka, ma take time. So ìgbà wo ni wọ́n ní join together? This is the question. The pyramid needs to join. If not, I come and sọ̀rọ̀ ní encycle wa nìkan ni. I come and repeat the same thing. When we should also now be outside, on the protest ground or the rally ground, just as, we've done. And that's why we are saying that, okay, kò tẹ̀ wá ṣàwà nìkan la náà fi lọ. Ṣèbí táwa náà fi lọ nísìn. Àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò náà fi lọ. Ìyẹn la ṣe ní okay, àwa méjì fi lọ. Táwùsá náà ò bá ti ready, kò sí tó kàn wá pẹ̀lú yẹn. But àwa méjèèjì yẹn, let's form an alliance. Kò ń ṣe pé nígbà tá a bá gbà ló wa, ọmọ Ìgbò máa claim ló mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Ṣé yẹn máa possible ṣá? But a fi bá ọmọ Ìgbò ṣe, àwa nìkan fi dá ṣe, fair enough. Ìgbò adé máa ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ. Àwọn adé máa bá plan tí wọ́n lọ. Ìyẹn ní àgbáyé máa fi mọ̀ pé lótìtọ́ lódodo are serious. The UNPO cannot do anything more than the fact that we're already just there and they will just, they are not United Nations. No country, no organization is giving us any independence. The independence comes from the indigenous people. In yellow sense of power, our. So how do we finally get it, peacefully, which I pray for? It has been done before. But in a civilized society, Onshibit Africa ti tọ̀dọ̀ ti wá yẹn. Ó wà nínú notepad mi. Tí bá scroll padà máa rí. Ó dà pé Slovakia velvet divorce lọ ní. Velvet divorce mi pé ó òyìnbó ẹyọ kan. Olúkálùkù pín ní ọlọ. But àwọn yẹn ti ní system kan tó ti ń operate. Ìyẹn làwọn kan tó máa ń sọ pé àtẹ̀bá ń sọ pé Soviet Union ṣé ká rántí pé Soviet Union ti ní system kan tó ti ń operate. But eventually, it still dissolved. But system tó operate lọ́dọ̀ tí wà nísìn ó ní àmàlà neba politics and gbègìrì tó ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ nísìn láti 1999 àwa wá fẹ́ stop it. That's what we are trying to do. Àwa wá fẹ́ stop because what we are trying to say to the politician is tẹ̀lé yín lọ sí 2023 more and all this notion of pé wọ́n kó yín lọ sí 2023 let's just leave that for now. There was enough placard from the YSDM. If you look at the camera very well, they had their banner on the ground. And they also were spreading flyers as well. So come on, deceive ara wa pé it's just going to be a smooth, easy ride. We pray it has to be a smooth, easy ride, but at the back of our mind, we got to understand that the smooth, easy ride, tá à ń fẹ́ yẹn, ó máa le díẹ̀ o, ó máa le díẹ̀ ni mo sọ, ó máa le díẹ̀, because smooth, easy ride tá à ń fẹ́ sọ ni pé àwọn politicians ọ̀tẹ̀ rí tiwa rò anyway, wọ́n bá ṣe tí wọ́n lọ, àwa náà bá tiwa lọ. Imagine nísìn, by the time we are pushing, and politicians start feeling the pinch of pé àwọn ọgbọ́n tẹ̀lé, ṣé gbogbo náà ló máa lè lọ from one point to another nígbà tí títì bá dí pa tó ń bèrè ká kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tọ́dẹ̀ ń fẹ́ fi sàárè wọn tí kò sọ́nà, because tíbi kan bá block dáadáa kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ move. Ẹ wo àwọn trailer yẹn, kẹ wá imagine pé wọ́n ń gbé governor bọ̀, imagine pé Ṣèyí Mákindé fẹ́ gba bẹ̀yẹn kọjá, báwo ló fẹ́ clear gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn pẹ̀lú títì tó ti block tó lè tó àmọ́ miles tó fi wà blocked. So let us wake up from we still continue to educate the people on the need. Àwọn kan ní bàbá Koiki wọ́n play kíní Dr. Aliu yẹn and all that. Still love feedback, but ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ dúpẹ́ pé fear tó fi sáwọn ọmọ wa lára mo rí ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ Koikimedia media. Sí ní on ground o àbí ojú mi ni kò rí ẹni, mo rí ẹ ní Ọ̀yọ́. So let's say thank you to everyone that came out. Ká dúpẹ́ fún wọn, because ìbẹ̀rù, àwọn tó dẹ̀ lọ, they are not fractions of tí Onítìrí ni mò ń ṣe, tí Akíntóyè ni mò ń ṣe. They went there because their right to self-determination lọ ṣe lọ, that's all. But ẹ bá ti ń discourage àwọn èèyàn pé ẹ má lọ, ẹ bá lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa arrest yín ni, wọ́n máa mú yín ni. Títí di wákàtí ní sí mo ti gbọ́ pé sójà àbí ọlọ́pàá arrest anybody, àfi bí àtìlẹ̀ bá mọ́ tí bá tan fóònù mi o. But for now, bí ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀, èèyàn kankan ti send message pé bàbá Koiki wọ́n máa ti arrest àwọn kan. So why are we putting the fear to the people, knowing that into máa fún wa ní part of the traction that need in here is the question. Ẹlòmíì dá para ìwọ náà máa sùn ni. Okay, even tá a bá tẹ̀ sùn, we have still done something. The expectation was that we were going to sleep, but ó ṣe ń Elédùmarè ló ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn. But already they are mocking that. Lọ́kàn ara wọn. It's not, it's not the right time to really push all the words out. Because kí lẹ fẹ́ máa sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé kó má jáde fún rally, and then ẹni káwọn èèyàn má jáde, but àyìn sọ pé ká wá lọ reclaim. Mo dẹ̀ ti bèrè nísìnyí, ó dáhùn pé ìyá mi kan dá mi lóhùn mẹ́rin pé reclaim yẹn náà mi pé a máa wà níta. So the question now is, yeah, we're very focused. Nobody's losing focus, but by now what I'm saying is we need to now move the scope. We need the same scope for 3 years. Scope yẹn nísìnyí gbọ́dọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí trend wọn náà, at least the next 2 countries tó súnmọ́ wa, Ghana, gbogbo tó fi ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ghana nísìnyí ni gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa gbogbo àwọn ọmọ táwa bí gbogbo wọn ló ń lọ Ghana especially látà kò sí èyí tó bá lọ Nàìjíríà bí a fíò ni. mo wo girl ṣé kóra àbí kí ni girl yẹn tó wọn àtọkọ ṣe divorce láìpẹ́ tó fẹ́ òyìnbó yẹn ó lọlé nísìnyí kó máa ń follow ẹ̀ lórí social media, you know, she has a good followers but n tóun ṣe ọ̀tọ̀ ni. mo á rí pé ó wà Nàìjíríà nísìnyí wọ́n ń sọ fún wife mi pé ebi láyà gan tó ń lọ káàkiri. ìyàwó mi ní kóra yẹ ìyàwó mi ní kíni ó ní ọlọ́pàá ń tẹ̀lé bó ṣe wà àti sójà jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. ṣé tó bá dá Amẹ́ríkà padà ṣé sójà ń tẹ̀lé káàkiri? Oh yes, things will trigger, kò sọ́gbọ́n ẹ̀. ìyẹn la ṣe sọ pé kọ́ má fẹnu pa ọ̀rọ̀ rálì yẹn, because tẹ bá ń fẹnu tẹ̀m̀bẹ̀lù pa rálì tó wà important, the same set of people náà tí a fi bá sọ̀rọ̀ náà tó máa jáde fún reclaiming, part of them náà ló ń lọ fún rálì. ṣé mẹ́ẹ̀ká fẹnu tẹ̀m̀bẹ̀lù kú? CSI náà dà, kíní kan náà dà. So because mo kọ́ rí pé mo kọ́ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ yẹn ti dá mi ó ti dé Nàìjíríà ó dẹ̀ ń ṣàwọn shoot video kan tó ń ṣe bí wọ́n máa ń kọrin ní ìwọ̀n tẹ́ẹ̀mọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ní wife mi ní kíni ó ní bó ṣe ń lọ yẹn ó ní bìkọ́ ó dà pé kámẹ́rà yẹn pick àwọn sójà yẹn gbogbo ọ̀nà gbé security káàkiri. púpọ̀ náà ọmọ wa nísìn tó bá sọ fún ipá àwọn lọ Nàìjíríà nísìn gbogbo yín ẹ máa wọnú ẹ̀mí lọ ni tẹ́ ẹ máa ṣàdúrà pé Nàìjíríà kẹ̀ ní pẹ̀lú gbogbo tó ń sọ nílé yìí. àwọn yẹn dẹ̀ máa sọ pé kò sí nǹkankan, but kò ní sí nǹkankan náà la máa sọ ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ka wá di pé but most of them are going to Ghana now. So àṣejẹ́ kọ́rọ̀ tiwa náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí hit waves of those African countries. You know, within a week tó bá yẹ pé strong, especially this platform tó yẹ pé platform tó yẹ pé you know jẹkuru jẹra platform ni wọ́n á ti knock it. Wife mi fún mi ní estimate nísìn so far we've given from this platform 2.5 million kò lè ti calculate tán. but náà nídìí owó kí lẹ́ẹ̀ fi fowó ṣe wọ́n kàn waste owó ni èyí máa jẹ. ọlọ́run kọ́ àmọ́ ṣe, but we are still on the ground and we are still fully ready. She's a military girl. She want to ministry cantonment. Okay. máa ń wo program ẹ̀ máa kàn jókòó máa ń gbọ́ nǹkan tó máa ń sọ gbà mí. láwọn ẹni sìn mú ọ̀daràn wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ Biafra nípa pẹ̀lú Biafra wọ́n do very well. So nípa wa náà do very well gbogbo wa tá à ń sọ pé a fẹ́ country wa, but ṣáwọn gbogbo èèyàn ló ń do very well nílé. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn yẹn wa. So ẹ ká máa rántí ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus ní máa pè fún mi ní láti reach out sí wife lọ́la àti family. Ẹ yẹ ká túbọ̀ máa gbàdúrà fún, because out of sight is not out of mind, Well, nobody said Chief Mrs. Odupe is against the rally, and I've not mentioned now that she's against the rally. But if you listen to what has happened between last week till now, I'm sure gbogbo iná lẹ́sà ti gbọ́ different audio láti gbọ́ àti tá a bá fi máa deceive ara wa. I'm not saying that she said she's against the rally or not. But there are people out there that are trying to bring the rally down. And everybody knows that. Àfi tá a bá ń parọ́ fúnra wa. Gbogbo àṣà láti gbọ́. Wọ́n máa pa wọ́n ni, wọ́n máa ṣe kinní kan. So why are we doing that? The mixed audio is low. Ṣé ẹ má bínú kíní mi wà mo ti increase it. So no, I'm not discouraged. I know that we are going to get the push. But the reason why I came out tonight is just to explain to our people. Ẹ̀rọ pa àgbọ̀dọ̀ jáde fún yàn nìkan àgbọ̀dọ̀ tún sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ míì So if not, I got about 5 minutes mo lè ṣe video yẹn gan kí n send it later. I'm just trying to put some more. Ntí mo jáde fún gangan ni was because people say ṣebí náà máa sùn ní kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀, and I just have to clarify that quickly. So that's why èmi kẹ maintain discourage kẹ. Àwọn tó wà lórí tèmi lójoojúmọ́ pé kó ti dàrú lèmi gbàdúrà lójoojúmọ́ tèmi. Àdúrà tèmi ni kó tètè dàrú ni. The quicker tó bá tètè dàrú, the better fún gbogbo wa. The longer tá bá ń fà, níbo ló ti sọ yẹn, èmi ò tí gbọ́ yẹn. Ìyàwó Nikki wọ́n ní màmá onítìrì say we don't need rally again. Èmi ò tí gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé inú program tó ṣe lánàá ló ti sọ yẹn? Kò gbogbo tí mo ti gbọ́ so far is that we're coming out for the rally. Nínú bó ló ti sọ yẹn? Ṣé program mo ti gbọ́ program yẹn, so I can't testify to that. I wait for further instruction so that we know where we are. I mean, my phone and vibrate like that. Don't feel that's it too. That's too late to your Lord. Ilé ìjókòó sí America, they say, do you want Yoruba nation or you want to deceive people? That's too late by to your Lord. John Adebisi. Ẹ lè ti pè ní àbí ẹ já gbọ́ tẹnu yín. Èyí dẹ̀ lọ pè sá. Hello, ẹ ti wà lórí ètò. Àlàáfíà sá.
Yeah, thank you for the good job you are doing.
Adúpẹ́ sá.
So, yeah, my question is,
mo ti kà síta.
Ọmọ pé àwọn kan bọ́lẹ̀ kájà media.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá.
So, èmi bá ní pé kó lọ láti lọ gbọ́ mẹ́sẹ̀gì tí màmá yẹn ṣe lẹ́nu. Mo tó sọ gbogbo tó ń sọ.
Ẹni sùúrù sá. Ẹ má bínú sá. Kí ni nǹkan tí mo sọ nísìnyí tó ti contradict in tí mo ti ń sọ bọ̀ láti joy and tẹ́bá ìgbà ọlẹ́jà ọ̀pọ̀ onímọ̀ program yìí ṣé at the beginning abẹ́kọ̀ join ẹ̀ láàrin méjì sá.
Kóìkì mo ti tẹ̀lé
èyí tí mò ń béèrè nísìnyí ṣé ẹsẹ̀ join mi ní mo ní ẹ ti ń gbọ́ mi definitely I'm sure pé ti ń gbọ́ mi tipẹ́ program tí mò ń ṣe lálẹ́ ṣé bọ́n lẹ́ response nísìnyí pé kí n lọ gbọ́ program tí. But mo wá ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ nísìnyí pé ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ darapọ̀ mọ́ program yìí láìpẹ́ yìí àbí nígbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ straight because oníkankan tí mo fi béèrè lórí ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe ń béèrè.
No, ó ti pẹ́ díẹ̀ tí mo ti join.
So ǹjẹ́ gbọ́ nígbà tí mo sọ pé mo ti gbọ́ program yẹn pé màá dẹ̀ lọ gbọ́.
Yeah, mo gbọ́ gbà tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
So n tí mo wá ń sọ ṣé kò ń ṣe tí mo ti ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo kàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ generally kò mọ̀ tí mo fi tẹ́ fẹ́ lò nínú nǹkan tí mo sọ nísìnyí tó wà against the intent ìfẹ́ sọ.
Nǹkan tí mi fẹ́ sọ ni pé ká ní pé a níbi ká ń lọ if you know where we are going.
Okay.
Pé Òtọ́lá Yorùbá nation.
Okay.
Which is the truth that fẹ́ gbà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá.
So we need to work together.
Okay.
So gbogbo pé kan sọ pé eléyìí ṣe báyìí.
So
we are not going anywhere.
Okay, so how are we gonna work together? Ẹ ṣàlàyé fún mi sá.
Because there's a plan right now. Pé wọ́n lọ reclaim wọ́n gbọ́ta gbogbo àwọn youth. Wọ́n ní youth ló máa ṣe kínní. Why you guys not can báwọn youth yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n tẹ̀lé nǹkan tí màmá yẹn sọ.
Ẹ ní sùúrù dáadé àbára wa jà ní bíbá à ń fẹ́ gbọ́ra wa yé dáadáa ni ebi Yorùbá ni gbogbo wa jọ ń sọ àdéhùn Fúlàní so tí bá gbọ́ yín dáadáa nísìn intan sọ ni pé ẹni a máa lọ reclaim ìtẹ̀gbọ́ lórí program tí ìyàwó ṣe lánàá ní ìyàwó ẹ̀dẹ̀ ni pé we need to work together.
Yes.
So the question tí wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ nísìn ni pé ta ni kò work together nísìn.
Gbogbo àwọn mídíà yẹn wọ́n work together. Àwọn bàbá àròkọ rẹ̀ they are doing gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe kò tí ẹ̀ it's like wọ́n ń pè àwọn oníṣìírísí Ọlọ́run.
Ó yé mi.
Ìjọba sórí one day it's like pé every day it's like dangerous pé ilé ayé yìí pé
That is that.
That's the life. That's the life. So
okay.
If I pay a buffet for saying Kotoda, one man talk about what pay combine that say Kato law.
Okay.
So
but what about
like,
yeah, Mombasa.
Everybody is like they want to be like a kaba. They are bring something like a kaba to Yoruba nation. They want to bring the kaba.
But killer irisi they work together. Mo get the point so because people always say different things with other platforms and this platform as well. But the question to Mobile is, are the leaders meant to work together as well, apart from media Tedarukoi?
So the point is, the other people, they don't have any plan. They don't have any plan.
Okay, so the other people definitely are they láti máa fẹnu go
No, I'm not saying the other people. I'm saying the other media.
No. Me, it mix them up, daddy. It mix it up. Media kọ́ ló fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation now. Media is there to educate and enlighten people. It mix it up. It's two different things entirely. There is an organization that has been running the affairs of this movement, which is Ilano, that led to other sprinter different groups. So a mixed media is a different thing entirely. My question is, in this work together at SOI, I have now asked, is the working together going to be with just a particular people, or is it going to be with the other leaders as well? Is the question. I rephrase it again. Okay. So ṣé àwa ń ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ nísìn?
No.
So then how do we solve that problem? Tí kò ní máa sí this issue tí ẹ fi raise nísìn, because ẹ ṣe fi wá nísìn like pé tí n bá slow down àtijọ́ gbára wa ní blow ní bíbá, but kò necessary because Fúlàní là ń bá jà àbára wa jà. Because bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wá nísìn, right, with the views that fi wá, mo dẹ̀ ti try láti béèrè ìbéèrè pé ǹjẹ́ àwọn leaders yẹn ṣe, because iṣẹ́ media ọ̀tọ̀, iṣẹ́ àwọn leaders tí wọ́n sọ pé sọ pé media ní template náà, wọ́n ṣe media ló ń run organization in Yorùbá nation. We are following the instruction that is coming to us and we are using that to educate. We can now have different media tó ń sọ oríṣiríṣi tí mo máa ń bọ́lẹ̀ kájà media wà, but the question is, these our leaders, are they meant to be together, working together, or separately?
Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni pé tẹ́ bá gbọ́ mẹ́sẹ̀gì tí màmá yẹn sọ lẹ́nu, the mama want to work with everybody.
Okay.
Wọ́n bá wọn gbogbo wọn àti bàbá àti olóyè ìlà tó wà ní ẹ̀kẹ́ olóyè ló wà lẹ́kẹ́ mi báyìí.
Ẹ̀yà ní ṣé òkè ògùn lẹ́yìn náà? Okay, Oguni.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are the same area. Okay. So, Omulo is. Sorry,
I think what I can say is you are angry with some media. There's no doubt about that. I can feel it. But it is not just the media that is the issue now. We also have issues within the internal wrangling of the leaders. And there's some media are backing one particular section while the others are not backing it. And the reason for that is the leaders have left the loophole to allow that to happen. It's as simple as that. Because if our leaders have not left the loophole, there's no way all the medias, will be in different. In 2021, I actually saw that post Lale into Wasori live show where Tenny Omologo and Yawato al American and I actually posted that this is when things were working, and nobody complained about anything. But now it looks like there's just different factions, As I understand, but I'm still going back to, it is not the media that is the issue, but it's because our leaders have left a kind of a loophole. And that loophole now is being, used positively, negatively, by the medias to portray this movement wherever they want to take it. And if we're not careful, because there's some platforms, they're very sensitive, they're trying to be very, very careful. While some are not even caring at all. So,
Yeah.
so Omobade Alan, yes, that's what I want. So the issue is, it's your message in it, and I with this paying because just to get this conversation, and I think we've got to somewhere where especially our that
No.
So why are we now becoming stiff that we don't want to lose a little bit? I gotta lose. Sometimes it's not gonna be comfortable, but we gotta lose a little bit. Yeah. I'm sure every time in America, Canada, I don't know which. I'm sure we can go cotton shady bed. But it's only more on the scene. A meeting tell one see gay at lesbian rally. Timo de one bet more don't go then reason to Moshelo. Could make more agree or more disagree, but look cotton she. I'm sure people don't tell America call them agree, but you are living there because you don't follow constitution, you don't follow film. So kilo data affair a little bit, can lose a little bit.
Yeah, surely
I will listen to that. There's we have an issue. We will listen to that, but moving forward is the key. She is we hope that pyramid join, which I've been talking about. Only more reason you load the word pyramid because if she's working separately, and that's what I say. She it become as a way. Táwọn kan náà bá bí another organization tó wà láàrin wa tá bá declare tí yẹn tán ní kò nígbà yẹn níbo ló ti sọ yẹn lágbàáyé pé wọ́n nígbà yẹn níbo ni evidence ẹ̀ wà. I want to see it because tá bá ń sọ pé àwọn nígbà declaration mi níbo ló ti sọ yẹn ṣé template yẹn wà rí because a gbọ́dọ̀ rí template yẹn kò ṣe pé kápọ̀ sọ pé tá bá lọ declare tó bá submit ẹ̀. It could look stupid to the submitters anyway, but at the end of the day, nobody has that evidence to that. And I'm sure
when you find out,
how do I find out?
People, I want you to believe.
In terms of being, one not to declare the 20th.
Yeah.
So, and now we only they declare another one. But I'm saying that about declare another one, kilo machele. Because evidence may well declare another one. There's evidence pé irú ẹ̀ ti wáyé rí tá mọ̀ àfi tó bá yẹ pé mo wà aware ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ mo ti ní kọ́ point me see that reference màá lọ check it out. A kàn sọ yẹn ni pé torí wọ́n ti declare wọ́n lè declare me níbo ló ti sọ yẹn evidence wo la ní fún yẹn láti fi back ẹ̀ an evidence to back that. Àwa là ń sọ yẹn láàrin ara wa àbí mo parọ́ dádì. But àfẹ́yẹ́ kó dé stage yẹn tó bá yẹ pé declaration yẹn náà la máa hang on sí it is fine. Let's hang on to it, but that means, the other section must now, lose a little bit and work with the other one to make it work. If not, we will have, another declaration, whether we like it or not. Because think about the but ṣé méjì la fẹ́ gbà ṣe bí kan la fẹ́ gbà. Ṣé ti rí pé àti ẹ̀rí pé màtí nísìn ara tó máa pè mí ò ní sùúrù dáadáa nísìn bí ṣe sọ ajá. I'm
really sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Bàbá lẹ jẹ́ fún mi náà. Ọmọdé lèmi náà jẹ́ fún yín. Ṣé tẹ bá jẹ́ dáàdì mi ṣé àdìbára a máa jà náà á dẹ̀ parí ẹ̀. Lẹ́yìn kẹfọwọ́ Christmas ránṣẹ́ sí mi. Ẹ bá ń kẹ́ àwọn ọmọ mi. Bye-bye. This is what we are saying. I'm going. By fire, by force.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwa táwọn kọ kọ́mẹ̀tì àtàwa táwọn pè àwa gan la túbọ̀ ń dẹ́gun. Torí gbogbo prógrámù bí àyẹn lẹ́ni mo wọ́n from A to Z kò síbi tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ pé ní ìdìbẹ́ gáràjì.
Ṣé ti délé ni?
Kò síbi tó ti sọ rárá.
Manager ti délé.
Nǹkan tó sọ ní pé ó ní káwọn ọ̀dọ́ jáde ní yanturu fún reclaiming. Ó ní àwọn fúnra wọn ló lè gbára wọn sílẹ̀. Ó ní kò sí kóòtù kan tó lè wá kó wá gbà wọ́n sílẹ̀. Ó ní káwọn ọ̀dọ́ jáde. Ó dẹ̀ ní káwọn ọ̀dọ́ bìkì déètì. ká máa jáde lọ́pọ̀ yanturu ká lọ ṣe reclaim. Èmi fúnra mi tí mo pè sórí ètò yẹn mo bẹ̀ mọ̀mọ́ mo ní kí mọ̀mọ́ jọ pé ó ti ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun gbogbo wa láti rí mo ní kó pe bàbá Akíntóyè mo ní kó pe olóyè Ìgbòho mo ní rálì tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mo ní àwọn tó jáde mo ní ó encourage gbogbo wa mo ní inú wa dùn sí gbogbo ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn youth tó jáde mo ní kó pe bàbá kán pe bàbá Akíntóyè kán pe bàbá Ìgbòho kán use opportunity rálì yìí kán kúkú ṣe reclaim yẹn once and for all mo ní ọjọ́ 9 ló kù tí ọdún ẹ̀ á fi parí nǹkan tí ìyá yẹn sọ nìyẹn o kò sọ pé kò sí mẹ́gà rálì o mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin náà ẹ máa ń sọ nínú gbogbo program yín pé àwa ara wa la máa gbára wa sílẹ̀ pé kò sẹ́ni tó bọ̀ wá fà wá.
níbo ọgbà wá tì ọgbà wá tì kò sẹ́ni tó máa gbà wá àwa la máa gbára wá lẹ̀. ẹ ṣe gan-an tó bá góòlù.
ọdún bá ní kí àwọn tó ń ṣe rálì gan pé wọ́n jáde pé ìjáde wọn pé ó wù yẹn lórí ìyá yẹn ò kàn dé mu rálì kò lè sọ pé kò ní sí rálì o káwa tá a kọ kọ́mẹ̀ntì ká mọ nǹkan tá a máa kọ lágbára Ọlọ́run adélẹ̀ lérí bàbá pé kí mo kàn fẹ́ bẹ̀ yín ni ẹni ọ̀nà sẹ́yìn bàbá bá lè gbà àti bàbá olóyè Ìgbòho ká fi máa jáde kúrò ní Nàìjíríà yìí lọ́dún yìí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ká bá wà pa torí 2027 ní àdúrà de 2023 ó léwu gidi ọgbọ́n tó bá ti lè ta ọ̀nà tó bá ti lè gbà ká máa fi jáde nínú ọdún yìí òun ní ká bá wa wá torí bàbá ó ti promise wa pé ọdún yìí ni pé kò ní dá 2023 kan jọ àgbàgbẹ̀ wọ́n torí Ọlọ́run gbogbo nǹkan tí kálukú bá ṣe sí wọn lára sí wọn kán gbàgbé nípa ẹ̀.
ẹ ṣe gan ìyá wa.
bàbá àtàn lólórí oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀gbẹ́ náà máa dà síbẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ bàbá ti ní 87 wọ́n á pé 88 láìpẹ́ kan jà pé kí náà fẹ́ lọ jàbọ̀ fún bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ ìyẹn ni mò ń fẹ́ kí bàbá dì mú o pé kí lòun fẹ́ lọ jàbọ̀ fún bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ kó má wọ ariwo ọjà nǹkan tó bá yẹ kán ṣe ká jáde kúrò ní Nàìjíríà lọ́dún yìí ẹ kú ètò bàbá mi adélẹ̀ lérí Oòduà gbèwà ẹ bá mi káwọn ọmọ Oòduà ẹ ṣé o.
Sensitive matter needs to be dealt with, with a bit of sensitivity. Hello, caller.
Hello, ẹ kálẹ́ o.
Ẹ kálẹ́ sir.
Yes sir, ẹ kú iṣẹ́. Nǹkan tí màá pọ̀ pọ̀ ẹ máa fún mi time a little bit, màá dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ after your question kan lọ́yìn. Ṣé mo expect sometimes many of us time that's it kìíní. Mo expect happen the question. I think in that question we're able to best be able to ṣe bèrè ẹ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Tẹ̀lé àlàyé, nínú àlàyé understanding máa wà. Ṣẹ́rí ẹ ti máa ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n tẹ̀ ń sọ lè ní ìṣì dìbò fún o. Ṣẹ́rí àfitàbá kan ara wa jẹ gbogbo wa tọ́lápá fẹ́ gbàlú. Èmi ò rí pé àwọn fẹ́ gbàlú àní jáde mo ti máa ń sọ màá tún padà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lè sọ. Kò sí reason number one rí gọ́fìmẹ̀ntì ní Nàìjíríà African government tí wọ́n kí ànípa ẹni. Government ò ní fún wa ní òní sọ pé ká máa lọ báwo ló fẹ́ ká máa lọ easily it's not possible. Ohun tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń sọ ní ká jáde náà ni. Nǹkan tí mo kò expect ni pé mo listen sí màmá mo pé kudos fún màmá yẹn when I listen to her this evening wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ tó dá sí àgẹ̀ passion and then they expect àwọn míì kan pè sí bẹ́ẹ̀ show that time come bẹ̀rẹ̀ certain question kan. Declaration tẹ̀ sọ àwọn gbogbo mọ̀rọ̀ kan sọ ni pé declaration yẹn jẹ́ pé a sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Declaration means a sọ̀rọ̀ which you understand me. Mi ò rò pé in that tí màá get wọ́n rán wò mi ò rò pé bóyá ìlú kan fún ní wait pé ok ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ sọ ìkólágbà. Gbàgbé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì.
But evidence yẹn ẹ kàn assumption nìyẹn because until there's a push any government right now kò ní back anything tí àwa fúnra wọn bá ti activate a lot because Nigeria is a sovereign country.
Second declaration kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. The second declaration is coming between Yorùbá nation and Nigeria. Ìbá lísì sí màmá yẹn náà, aládìjókòó lórí document látòní lọ olùkàkùn máa lọ. And that only comes tí gbogbo èèyàn bá jáde síta tó ń rí pé a lè ṣe kínní. Ṣé ní kò tí mo jọ rí pé tí gbogbo àwọn ètò ń sọ̀rọ̀
aláti jáde síta conclusion of any document ohun tí màmá sọ ni pé jáde náà ni so kí wọ́n ní division bẹ́ẹ̀ the key to this thing is you people whether you want to reclaim whether you have declared because many people kọ́tọ́ sọ ni pé you have to go over there. So
because ìyẹn náà ni ó ń jáde nínú conversation tẹ́lẹ̀ I think maybe the paperwork section yẹn lọ ṣe push the declaration because the declaration was meant to come in between this rally that's all and then the transition government kicks in that was exactly what we were being told so táwọn ìbá wọn béèrè pé kí là ń ṣe rally fún but the purpose of the rally was to kick everybody out and then a declaration will come in. So, but like I said, èmi ò tí gbọ́n tí wọ́n sọ so but I'll have to look at
èmi mo listen sí kọ́tẹ́ mi kọ́ rí ni pé gbogbo tó buttress ni pé gbogbo yẹn máa jáde ni. pé àwọn ní dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì lọ́wọ́ wọn ní dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì náà àwọn ọkọ náà sọ́nà rẹ̀ pé Nigerian government is a bad government tí mo lè fẹ́ claim wọ́n lè attack which is African government máa ń ṣe. So the choice tàbá rò pé dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì kan wà bẹ́ẹ̀. The second declaration is coming between Yoruba nation and Nigeria. That is the solution. On the day, we think of all. What they saw there, they look. I be able to back to command to our work. We are going to go. And only Alibaba doing. And the power of the will of the people is there. If there is a way, that's a video come on. Let's speak on the map. Let's remember after last jáde kò sí kankan and we need money I've looked at it wọ́n need owó láti ṣe kí n pay me I'm no individual I pray that God èrè ọgbọ́n mo ti wá pinnu pé I also have to be doing my best to this owó lè ṣe kíní èèyàn ló lè ṣe kíní owó lè ṣe kíní èèyàn ló lè ṣe kíní owó àti ènìyàn tí ò sówó tí ò séyàn èmi ò lè tẹ́lẹ̀ mú àwọn tó ń sọ pé owó àti ènìyàn tá a bá jáde ẹ ti ń sọ nǹkan tí ọ̀rọ̀ declaration document ohun tó bá dé ní gbogbo ẹ máa ṣì jáde náà ni ẹ bá dẹ̀ jáde gọ́ọ̀mù lè bínú ṣùgbọ́n tó bá bínú ẹ̀yin náà máa defend ara yín náà ní so kí wá ní story kò sí story ní kankan second declaration is coming between you àwa àti government ni ìgbà tó bá rí pátá síta tó wọ́n ní option láti máa dìbò pé as of today you people of Nigeria Yorùbá land go on your way and we separate until that ìyẹn ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ bí second declaration yẹn o eléyìí kò tí ì nípọn torí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì kò sí United Nations tó máa bá a dá sí wọ́n máa wò wá nù àbájáde àwọn la máa jáde síta. òkòtò ní unity kí gbogbo èèyàn absorption ti mú àwọn gbogbo èèyàn àwọn Yorùbá yìí nǹkan tí màmá rò rí absorption ti pọ̀ jù corporate focus on this mission wọ́n ní ká jáde bàbá lórí ẹ̀ support èyí tẹ̀ fẹ́ jáde that's simple that's the mission of us now. owó àti ẹja jáde tó lè jèrè yìí ẹ ti sọ solution nìyẹn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì máa jà àwa náà máa gbódé pẹ̀lú wọn ni that's it God bless you sir.
ẹ ṣé gan-an thank you so much and I think that was well clarified. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa tí wọ́n pè dádì wa tí mo kọ́kọ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ a lè bára wa jà kí là ń bára wa jà fún bá tá à ń ṣe Fúlàní gangan ni problem wọn náà à ń kàn clarify ọ̀rọ̀ ni kò sí nǹkan kan tá a fi máa bára wa jà nínú àdé ń búra wa lórí platform yìí àfi bí alẹ́ nǹkan kan ẹgbọ́n sókè wọ́n yín.
hello kí wọ́n yé mi ìkọ́ tẹ̀sí lálẹ́ inú mi dùgbò wọ́n ní ọgbọ́n òkú àgbà èyí tó wọ́n máa fún ni ìkọ́ tẹ̀sí lálẹ́ ó mi pé you can be a leader nǹkan àdéhùn ló máa gbà fún yín ni pé ẹ̀mí sùúrù ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ bí àdàbà tẹ̀sí lálẹ́ ọlọ́run Elédùmarè ọba tí ń jẹ́ mi ni má ṣe bẹ̀rù ọ̀gá ògo tó ní agbára jùlọ tó dá òun ayé àtúnfún yín ju báyìí lọ. Because what you did now tí mo rí sí omi pé you can be a leader omi pé your home can set without anybody you can control your family. Kò tí màá gbé wa áńgá tó gbé wa yẹn you calm me down. wọ́n sọ́ba lóyè Yorùbá máa
ọ̀rẹ́ lè mà ti dájú
ọmọ jìbúrò wa.
mo rẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ pè sórí show wa rí o wàláì pè sórí show yìí rí first time call.
no mo gbẹ na if you know me ẹ̀dá mi tó pè mo ní pẹ́ kọ́ ka mẹ́sẹ̀gì yẹn.
ṣùgbọ́n mo ṣe ka mẹ́sẹ̀gì ẹ̀ mọ́ wọ́n dà pa inú mẹ́sẹ̀gì ò lè lè pe mo rẹ̀ pe nọ́mbà yẹn so.
ẹ̀dẹ̀ mú wálẹ̀ wọ́n sọ́ba kánípẹ̀ ní gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe kálíbó yìí gbẹ inú gba ó máa gbé máa dàrú mẹ́ẹ̀ ìsìn máa yẹ ti gbà á ti no what Koiki is saying about Koikimedia kí ẹ pè náà.
bọ́lẹ̀ kájà.
Yeah, he's right. Oh, you mean Koiki is registered media. He's not a media. Koiki is a registered media. What's internet media? Koiki is a journalist. Journalist Koiki. Ọlọ́pàá lè wá gbé ní àwọn ìwà wọn lè gbọ́n tó pé ní àwọn. Mo tọ́ mo sọ fún yín, because they are not registered. Koiki is registered. Ẹ lè mọ̀ pé journalist ni Koiki. Kó tó sọ pé òun ẹ ṣáà ìbọn ẹni òkè mo wọlé mo fọ́ọ̀mù. Mo bẹ́ anybody pé mo bẹ́ anybody yáàgì because tí kò kí ṣe ẹrú jẹ tó lè ṣe lùkú mẹ́díà àwọn mo sí ní báńkì Koiki dáàbò tẹ̀ lẹ́yìn kí náà pé this guy is international media àkọ́rẹ́ ṣe ṣe registered media.
Around everybody our àti wà in a tension stage, you know. Kí tó jáde I was wife mi kàn wò mí lórí bed I have to come out because tí bá filẹ̀ títí dàárọ̀ àwọn ẹni tó pè mí tán nísìn àwọn 30 ni wọ́n láti fọ̀ wọ́n wà ní Ọ̀yọ́ nísìn and the burden is gonna be on my head, you know. So but aṣáájú kọ́lọ̀ kó fún wa lẹ́nu ẹ̀mí sùúrù yẹn náà ni là ń bẹ̀ fún àbárawájà ẹ̀mí sùúrù yẹn ni a lè má perfect but tàbá ti lẹ́mí sùúrù we get where we go. Ẹ ṣe gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Àmín. Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Thank you. Àti reclaiming gbogbo ẹ máa join ara wọn ni a ní ká ti force system to shut down. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni òun ni ẹ ṣe gan ni. Thank you so much. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Thank you. Àmín. 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 Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Thank you. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. We are not here to fight each other. I think it's just that the tension tó wà níta and this is where the narrative has to be well controlled. You know, like I said, I mean, mo lè débi báyìí nísìnyí kí n pretend pé mo lọ wo program yẹn mo ní mò ń wò but ẹ mọ̀ pé láàrin méjì ẹ̀ làwa náà rán ni ó dà pé táìmù ẹ̀gan lọ́tẹ̀ pè mí inú mi tẹ̀ ti pòpò ń àtọ̀ ní àwọn ọmọ ẹ mọ̀ bí èmi gan ṣe feel uncomfortable hearing pé ẹ̀ ní sùn so ìyẹn tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ danú mi rú rẹpẹtẹ pé kí la you know àti wá sọ̀rọ̀ síta ká máa sùn àti wá náà sùn mọ́ kí ló lè fà kí ló fi ṣe fún wa wọ́n lè ṣe wọ́n kan fún wa wàláì. You know, but ẹ mọ̀ pé mo sọ pé instruction ẹ mọ̀ pé mi náà as much as èmi náà gbọ́dọ̀ listen sí instruction ẹ mọ̀ pé mi mo ní instruction and that's where you know yan láti mo ní báwọn po gidi ẹ̀yin ò sí behind the scene bí mo ti pé olórí oko wa gangan lọ́dọ̀ kò sí ọkàn kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ but ẹ mọ̀ instruction nígbà táwọn tó dẹ̀ jáwọn lórí oko nísàlẹ̀ ní Koiki ṣọ̀kan balẹ̀ àwọn kò ti sọ lórí social media pé a máa sùn kò lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ ká má máa ṣe yẹn kẹ táàbà ní sọ yẹ ká sọ fún apá ní sùn àwọn kan tẹ̀ ní pé wọ́n dẹ̀ ti lọ tó ti gbéra láti ọ̀nà tó jìn ní lọ́pọ̀ sójà àní láti máa dẹnu níbi tọ́rọ̀ dé gbogbo ẹ máa wọnú ara wọn ni reclaiming gbogbo ó máa wọnú ara wọn gbẹ̀yìn ni but èmi náà gbọ́dọ̀ listen sí instruction tí bá ti listen sí instruction then kò make sense mọ́ but mo kàn fẹ́ kí media wà disrespected ni ẹ ti understand me say because media ti mo sọ fún mi ní raise owó fún yín lórí platform yìí mo kàn fi ẹ ṣàkárá ẹ̀rùn ìmọ̀ pé wọ́n nìyẹn mo kódà mo type mo write message sí gbogbo wọn ni pé àti ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kẹ èèyàn ẹgbọ́n sókè ẹ̀dán pé wà.
ẹ ló wà bá ikúṣẹ́.
ẹ káwọ sórí ètò.
ẹ ṣe fún ẹ̀mí sùúrù tẹ́lẹ̀ nílálẹ̀ inú mi dùn.
ẹ ká dúpẹ́ fọlọ́.
ẹ ṣe gan. lórí tí màmá the same thing là ń sọ the same thing màmá sọ lẹ́ni wọ́n ní ẹ̀yin youth ẹ̀yin lè máa bọ́ síta.
that's it ṣé ń gbọ́ ẹ̀yin youth ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ ẹ̀yin youth tó bá dé stage kan sẹ́yìn bí ẹ̀lẹ́tẹ̀ ẹni gbọ́n instruction gan mọ́ mo mọ̀ pé tó bá dé stage kan because instruction láti fún yín gan ẹ lè má gbọ́ mọ́ but ẹ ṣáà ṣe sùúrù. ẹ jẹ́ kí o gbẹ̀ kó.
Yeah, so bàbá ọ̀dẹ̀ tí ń sin everybody ṣe ń sọ bàbá ẹ̀ ti get it sí kò sí ìjà bàbá wọn lọ ẹ ṣe gan.
ẹ ṣe gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Mo sọ fún yín pé we are not here to, we are not angry with each other, we are all the same. Àdìmọ́lá mo lọ wo flyer yẹn báyìí, mo kàn rẹ́rìn-ín lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì tí mo wà ní. Mo wo flyer yẹn báyìí, 2021 tó wáyé pé gbogbo wa ṣe ìwà ní that same energy, gbogbo wa pátápátá, tá a bá máa share program ara wa, tá a bá máa I still do it. Yàtọ̀ sí àwọn kan tó ti sọ pé ká máa share program wọn. I share their programs, see it could cost me anything. This is where the unity is meant to be. I did more of that. Ẹ lọ check, ẹ tó bá ń follow me as far back as 2019. Kò sí program tí anybody ṣe kí ní kàn mí, mo ti share. Bàtà àwọn ọ̀dẹ́ ni ẹ má share program àwọn kí lájọ gbé kí là ń jà fún tó kọ̀ọ̀kan kò tó kí ní ẹgbọ́n òsókè ẹ̀gbọ́n mi bá ń jí láti UK mi. Ṣé ẹ̀rí wẹ́dà yẹn?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá dára látọ̀dọ̀ lórí ẹgbẹ́ ni ọmọ padà. Bàbá tó bí ọlọ́jọ́ ṣé ẹ̀ máa jọba bẹ́ẹ̀ kò ṣe láǹṣẹ́ ń bá ìtàn lórí ẹ̀. So ọmọ kan kò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe sí ọmọ àlè láyé.
Dádì mi tó pè yẹn tí màmá bá wọn jà ni.
So ẹ̀dá bá pẹ̀lú lórí àgbọ̀dọ̀ fún mi sọ̀lẹ̀ ó lórí ìwà àwọn ẹ̀jẹ̀ títí ayérayé ẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́nu òní gbà sí ẹ̀sìn wà láì. Ẹ̀fà gbóǹfè mi kò lè já.
A máa délẹ̀ ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ gbogbo yín.
Ọmọ bàbá.
Ṣé gan ni bàbá mi? Thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Àmín. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, inshallah.
Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé àdúrà wa ti ń gbàdúrà wa dé ìpàdálẹ̀
lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Gbogbo knowledge tó lọ́n bá fún
mo kí àtọ́ bí mi lọ́mọ.
láti sọ pé ibi tọ́rọ̀ dé dúró ó ti sọ lọ́gbọ́n kan ó ti sọ òmù kọ̀ọ̀kan. So ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ní láàká ibi tọ́rọ̀ dé dúró yìí ó yẹ kó ti rí òye pé ẹni tí nǹkan bá tọ́ sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá tó kú yẹn ó ní kí Ìgbòho mọ̀ jẹ́ kí ẹnì kankan ó lo òun kó lísìn sí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá.
Instinct.
Sọ fọmọlúwàbí tó bá dẹ̀ dé ní àlòdì.
Instinct wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Bàbá tó kú yẹn ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
Mo rántí, mo pè mí náà gbọ́.
So now olóyè gbọ́dọ̀ wà very careful this time around because àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ti wà ẹ́gà báyìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Ẹ bá rájú àwọn èèyàn tó wo programu àgbáyé a rí i pé now èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ ṣèṣe tó bá yẹ kó ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Nàgá ìtọ́lọ̀ dẹ̀ fún yóò dìjọba lágbára gbogbo ọ̀nà tẹ̀yìn àti olórí bá lè fi sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run á fún yín nàgá yìí.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ ṣé gan ni. Tó bá máa fi dọ̀la nígbà tí a bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nísàlẹ̀ àyìn tó bá ń búbọ̀ àtúnjọ à lè mú wa fún yín but for now lórí àwọn ti Miami Aziz Miami.
Ọlọ́run mo ti get wisdom mi ọ̀gọ̀ Ọlọ́run fún wisdom mi kò fi gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ bàjẹ́ mi. Thank you very much. Mo dàgbò ṣe handle everything. That's what they call a good journalist. O gbé kalẹ̀ correct ni. Thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate that. Mo kàn ní kí n kí ẹ because tó ká ní kí wọ́n lọ sùn.
Aago méjì tí lọ́wọ́ ti ń dago mẹ́ta a máa parí ètò confirmation fáwọn èèyàn wà òkè náà ni. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. All right then.
Thank you very much, brother.
All right. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́sí wà nílùú Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ má bínú gbogbo wa bó ṣe wá yẹn. We apologize from this platform. It was not meant to be like that. Ó yẹ ká ṣe máa rí feed, àti jíjẹ brand new generator lára brand new generator láti ra diesel sí àti ra engine oil àti ra petrol sí àti ti ra iná 7 ni mo rà Ford light àti ra ǹdẹ̀ máa fi charge fóònù yìí gan box tẹ̀ máa fi charge fóònù àti ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ẹ má wọrí gbogbo ẹ̀ sì máa wúlò ojú ló ń kán bòjì ọ̀run máa débẹ̀ ẹ lóò sókè.
Yeah, good evening, my brother. Well done for the job. Well done. Well done. Baba, lóòótọ́ fojú kọ́ àwọn
ojú ẹ ti fún mi authorization yẹn délẹ̀ ni mo ní kọ́ fún mi ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ authorization yẹn bọ̀ sí ẹ̀sà náà wọ́n tó bá lọ gbélé mi lọ́wọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àrùn ẹ̀rẹ́ mọ́ máa rún mi.
It's almost like
it's
getting to a point to jẹ́ pé
gbọ́dọ̀ gbé kọ́kọ́rọ́ yẹn lé mi lọ́wọ́ nígbà tá a ní àwọn tó tún jẹ́ àwọn big boys wá níwájú.
ó máa tó stage tí àwọn boys ò ní dúró the other mọ̀ cause àwọn tó jáde lẹ́ni tèmi rí yẹn ara ń kàn wọ́n gan-an àwa là ń túbọ̀ ń bottle energy tó yẹ kó lò. So I have some few questions though. Mo listen sí nǹkan tí yóò ní tìrì sọ. And in my own opinion though, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má ṣì mí gbọ́, everybody má ṣì mí gbọ́. I don't think that so-called declaration can be taken seriously by anybody.
Why do you say that?
This is, okay. Because when you are making a declaration, you don't make declaration lightly like that. The declaration has to have
because I'm going to be questioning around whatever you're saying. So when you say it cannot be taken lightly, I think the argument there is, and I believe I reference to what she said is, where was it in the history of this 1914 amalgamation? What kind of documentation did we have? How many people were consulted, and how, even though we know that the world has evolved, the world has changed, and there's a lot of things happening around the world now. Basketman that we're going to divorce, so things happen. So, but what I'm trying to say is, regardless of how that declaration was made, is what you want to talk about now, if I'm right.
Okay, nǹkan tó sọ ni pé nínú ẹ̀mí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ti declare Yorùbá nation. Now, when she said that, a very learned person who understands how huge what we are fighting for is, understand that she's indirectly saying we the Yoruba people, we are no longer part of Nigeria. But the crowd went along and tried to use that as a form of declaration.
No, but the declaration was actually, produced out in a, I mean, I'm sure I listened to all the audio of that declaration on the website, on the YouTube. Was that not enough? Even if you're saying it's a spiritual, declaration, we have already said in 3 years that we are fighting a demonic country that has hold us. But that has not been used finally. But again, are we not going to take the audio aspect of it as part of that declaration?
This is exactly why I've called it tonight, Baba.
Okay.
You can understand why there's a lot of confusion between the Yoruba people fighting for self-determination. Some people took what she said and run with it, whilst majority of people just thought no. And that leads me to my second question, which is, Tani Enity majority
Party the first one. And
I haven't finished here. I'm just trying to link my conversation with you.
I'm listening here.
I'm saying majority of the foot soldiers that are ready to take action, Baba, we know that they are taking their orders from one person and one person alone, which is Chief Sunday Igboho Osha. If he doesn't even give authority at all, by appearance, Chief Sunday Tobati won Naija song. Now see the amount of crowd that will come out. Yes, every one of us, each Yoruba individual have their own role to play. Now, Unity has connections and links with people she feels she can talk to. Now, where our fault is, why is she making all these moves without carrying along, if not every one of us, the most important people that we see in this role as our leaders, which is Baba Kintoye. He needs to be in depth in understanding and interlock with what she's doing. At least Baba will have this understanding. And Baba can, buttress whatever she's doing and say, yes, I accept, and we give her the go ahead. But there's a bit of, misunderstanding between there.
Well, I mean, that is exactly where it has opened the loophole, just like we said earlier, and I'm sure. So that loophole is now being used negatively, positively, good, bad, and ugly among different, analysis people that are discussing around it, which is exactly what we are doing now. And we have the right to discuss it. There's nothing wrong in discussing it. So when people say don't discuss, we can discuss it. We're just trying to make sure that. But what I'm trying to say is, she has talked about that there's a document part of it as well. Even if nobody have seen that document part of it, but she said there's a document part of it. So that means that, it's not just a spiritual of what you just talked about. So we've actually, clarified that now. But yes, again, we've talked about that Nigeria, it seems that there's something holding us back in that country, demonic. But the point is, when we go back to the history of Nigeria, up to date, àwọn òyìnbó gan wọ́n lè fún wa ní that paper that signed pé àfiwọ́ 1914 amalgamation yẹn. I'm sure there's a document.
There is.
So, but they are hiding that document because into bari gbogbo abari document yẹn gbogbo tá n fa anything ole boom lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀, and that's why they are not going to let anybody see that document. But I'm not even sure we have to destroy it, go. But what I'm trying to say is we should not knock off from the spiritual that you said. I don't think that was something that probably maybe you probably just misput that together. But she has talked about a document.
I'm not saying what she did is wrong.
No.
Don't get me wrong.
You said that the declaration was in spiritual form, but I just told you that it is not in spiritual because I listened to the YouTube the same day, and I think we came out on our platform and we talked about it. So there was something out there that was put out. But the only problem that people were saying is, if such a thing is going to be put out, was it meant to be just for, again, which is exactly what I referenced at the beginning. Even in the Mawati collective media of the self-determination was given this same, either audio or the paperwork to say, hello, Besori platform, you understand? Then the Nigerian media is not even going to pick it. Maybe that's why the traction did not even go out.
It won't, Baba. The cherry media, as at this point in time, if we want them to respond to such message,
because already there are some media that are against her, as we all know, whether we like it or not.
Of course.
So, not this platform, but there's some media that disagree with her, with her views, with her ways of running things, and they believe that she's running a one-man show, which is not fair. But the question is, even if the declaration was meant to go out at the last minute, you can still send it to those media, whether they now accept it or they don't accept it. But what they've actually said, or what people have thought is, okay, we just woke up in the morning, a declaration has been made. Okay, so then I have to go into that YouTube and then bring it into Koikimedia or bring it into other media that, I don't want to mention their names.
If we are truly working in unison, let's assume that, okay, half of the masses went along with her.
Okay.
What I expected was Kibaba, Bosheshe Nina's meeting, Timoye Song Josian, most media was present there. They could have called something like that.
You won't do that in Nigeria.
No, of course not in
Nigeria.
You
won't do such in Nigeria. But look, this kind of thing, the soldier will be there, they'll pick everybody and they'll run with everybody.
No, of course, they share Nigeria. Big camera was there. Told them a statement.
But maybe this is still, again, I think or be the next caller the next person there might still be that kind of declaration that would then become properly well televised or whatever. So I don't know because I'm not brief to that, so I can't discuss on that.
I'm always looking for a solution. My own opinion now is that Motiri Korata when Jadi, please, whoever is giving these orders, God works in miraculous ways. The energy that these people are coming out with, they are not by themselves. They are of the Spirit of God, because God works with truth.
All right. So you have actually used the Spirit as well now as well. So that means the Spirit of the declaration as well is okay.
Yeah, you are not listening to me properly, Baba.
I'm listening.
Saying in Koto Soye, he divided the camp.
Okay.
You get.
Okay.
So
there was nothing wrong in this. There was nothing wrong in the spiritual declaration. That's what you're saying now.
There wasn't. But the expectation of people was that that declaration had to be okay. And Qatar, we expect or Wasiwaju media media get present, get an open channel on the same.
But not all, like I said, not all the media agrees with that. But again, that's a valid point that you've raised there. But not all media agree with that. Yeah.
Exactly. If it was in a uniform form like that,
because prior to that declaration, if you review back, let's say 6 weeks interval. If you review back at least 6 weeks, I don't know whether a will review it, 6 weeks back, and you will see that there's a lot of tension out between her and the whole public out there. And the public were with her. And let's go into the 2 account that was out. That automatically knock off the central account from not getting money, which is a fact. Because people are saying, account. And people were concerned because the Ominira account, from what she told us, was a security account. And people were like, if we are talking about insecurity, the government protect you, tí gbogbo èèyàn dẹ̀ mọ̀ ní mind wọn tí security míì tí àfẹ́gbogbo ẹnu sọ níbí, because security tá à ń sọ náà la fi sọ pé a fẹ́ defend ara wa a dẹ̀ need owó, so that break up the whole energy, but it is not too late to.
The masses, we the people, are the one that are going to take our nation back. So going forward now, my own opinion, my own opinion, as Omo Yoruba, people masses to Jadi Leni. I was inspired. And to be honest, so that better soldier go about day bed.
I know what they want.
Our boys ready to So the crowd is building now. What I would suggest is I would, if I was a leader, Iru type of declaration and reclamation, I'll put the same heading together. So ninu crowd in bed, taba se de kurita ilu tabawa esekesembe lati mamaka declaration and reclamation wa. Now, because we have spoken it into the universe and it has been videoed and the masses have listened to it. Now, the media ma wa videos here, they will be seeing it. So if it Nigerian media might be Netabati wa take action.
Yes, which flag is okay.
Things like that. So action is then Tabati Shopo, each state of Yoruba land, let them now send a direct message to Nigerian government and say, please, we give you XY number of days to vacate our land before we commence our own governance. So if a teacher
I'm not defending it. I'm going to let you go so we can get somebody else in. I think we spend a very good quality time. Right. Thank you so much. Well, again, we will not. Ijaya. Mo ma rí lálẹ́. Wọ́n ti bèrè yín lórí platform. Mo ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mi wọ okay. Mo rí comment lórí iṣẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ijaya. ẹ já lọ sí Dallas ẹni jẹ́ ká lọ sùn nísìnyí ẹ̀gbọ́n kò ń jẹ́ kọ́mọ̀ mú rí bẹ́ẹ̀. How can she send it to the media where they are cursing her up and down?
Chief Koiki.
Ó gbọ́ yìí kò ń jẹ́ kọ́mọ̀.
Chief Koiki.
Mo wà pẹ̀lú yín.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ kú iṣẹ́. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ribiribi. I just want to encourage you. It's been a while I call you last. I just need to encourage you that you keep on the good work and the fight. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ story kan wà tí mo kàn fẹ́ sáré sọ̀tọ̀ kékeré kan ni. Ẹnìkan ló ní ìtàn yẹn o. Èmi náà kàn fẹ́ yá. Mo kàn fẹ́ yá tàn yẹn sọ ni. Ìtàn yẹn lọ báyìí. Ìlú kan wà. Ìlú yẹn ìlú mẹ́ta ní ṣá. Wọ́n ṣàjọ ẹ̀ papọ̀. Àwọn èèyàn àkọ́kọ́ àwọn èèyàn wọn láìkí kan máa ṣàkọ́ máa ń lọ pàtí wọ́n wà òkè wọn fẹ́ pítọ̀ ti stay wọn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ọpọlọ kan. Àwọn ìlú kejì àwọn yẹn àwọn máa ń ṣe òwò. Àwọn ìlú kẹta wá rè alárìn kiri ni wọ́n gbogbo ibi táwọn bá dẹ̀ ti rìn lọ máa ń babẹ̀ jẹ́ ni. Ṣọ́ra rí ìlú tó máa ń ṣakọ tó máa ń lọ ọpọlọ yẹn àwọn á gbọ́ fìrìfìrì pé ogun ń bọ̀ o pé ogun ń bọ̀ ogun tẹ̀ máa kó àwọn lọ wọ́n á ní pé àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ tètè gba ara wọn o kó tó di pógun yìí dé o. So gbogbo wa kóra wọn jọ. Àwọn àyàn olórí kan pé òkè nínú ìjàgbára yìí wọ́n lólórí wa o. Olórí yẹn wá ní kò sí problem. Gbogbo wọn wá ń fọ́ọ̀mù ẹgbẹ́. Olórí yẹn ní ká lọ máa fọ́ọ̀mù ẹgbẹ́ kálukú fọ́ọ̀mù ẹgbẹ́. Àwọn kan fọ́ọ̀mù ẹgbẹ́ wọn láwa àgbẹ̀láwa o. Àwa máa gbéṣu ni. Ẹnìkan ló lóòótọ́ yẹn o. Mo kàn yá lóní o. Àwa máa gbéṣu ni o. Àwọn kan wà àwọn sọ pé tí ẹ láwa ti wà àwa máa dá owó jọ àdá la máa ra o. Àwọn kan wà àwọn yẹn sọ pé iṣẹ́ aláwa ti wá àwọn ò tí ẹ ra gbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ káwa máa kọ ìwé gbogbo àwọn tó bá lè ràn wá lọ́wọ́ wọn kálukú sáà ń ṣe tiẹ̀. Àwọn sọ pé kí ni ká ṣe yìí kí sì máa pẹ́ jẹ́ ọpẹ́ ìkọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ọpọlọ ni ẹ̀sìn àwọn tó fẹ́ gbìn kan wọ́n ní iṣu tá a fẹ́ gbìn yìí oṣù 9 ló tó máa wù ó dẹ̀ máa pẹ́ kí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ gbìn kó tó jìnnà pé ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá lè dúró tá a bá lè gbin èso yẹn sódà tí ogun yẹn bá dé o a máa róúnjẹ jẹ o wọn kálukú dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ lọ wọ́n ti wá ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn lọ ó ti wá di bí oṣù 3 tá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yẹn ó kú bí oṣù 6 tí gbogbo kìnìún yẹn tó máa ṣe tó dà wọ́n á fi lè jáde wọ́n á fi lè ja ogun tó gun bá tiẹ̀ ń bọ̀ àbẹ́ni kankan ṣe dé nìyẹn o wọ́n ń pe ẹni yẹn ní mọ́gàjì ẹnu dùjú o lẹ́ni yẹn bá dé o ló bá sọ pé gbogbo yẹn wá ń bì ogun ń bọ̀ èyí sẹ̀ lọ ń gbèsù ogun ń bọ̀ èyí sẹ̀ sọ pé fẹ́ lọ ràdá èmi mọ ọ̀nà tá a fi máa ṣẹ́gun yìí tí ò dẹ̀ ní pẹ́ rárá wọ́n bá sọ pé rìlí ó ní mo mọ̀nà yìí ó ní mo ti gbọ́ ohùn Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi mo gbọ́ ohùn Ọlọ́run ti sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi bá a ṣe máa ṣẹ́gun yìí mo ti mọ̀ ìfà láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ 3 sọ́sẹ̀ 4 ogun yìí máa ṣẹ́ wọ́n ní rìlí ó bá sọ pé tẹ́lẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ń dáko tẹ́ ẹ sọ pé ẹ fokólẹ̀ ẹ má wọrí ẹ má dàkú mọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ́lẹ̀ má là dàkú èmi ti mọ bá a ṣe máa gbà ẹ má wọrí mo ti mọ bá a ṣe máa yanjú ẹ̀ gbogbo wọn bá dẹ̀ dáwọ́ dúró lóòótọ́ lókàlùkù bá sọ pé àti rọ́nà mi o lókàlùkù bá dẹ̀ tẹ̀lé mọ́gàjì ẹlẹ́nu o oṣù kan bá pé ó tún lé ọ̀sẹ̀ kan sí ní àwọn ẹgbẹ́ àgbẹ̀ làwọn bá pè pé mọ́gàjì wá nǹkan tó sọ yìí ó kiri ti lé lóṣù kan àgbín ká àlọ́sọ́kọ mọ́ látijọ́ ẹ̀ owó kó tó yẹ ká lọ máa ro ọkọ̀ mọ́ṣú wa àròsùn mọ́ kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ àárín kankan ó ní ṣe mo wà nú ẹgbẹ́ yín ni ṣe nígbà tí mo dé mo lọ́lọ́run ló sọ fún mi kó ṣẹ̀yìn ni máa ròyìn fún náà Ọlọ́run tó gbéṣẹ́ fún mi ó ní máa lọ jíyìn fún so èmi ìsásínú ẹgbẹ́ yín àbí mo wà nú ẹgbẹ́ àgbẹ̀ yín àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa lọ bá àwọn tó fẹ́ ràdá wọ́n ní ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa bá mọ́gàjì sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ ṣé bó ló sọ pé ká má fowó ràdá mọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ báwo ló sì fẹ́ ṣe ọjọ́ mà ti lọ ó mà ti kọjá ìgbà tí mọ́gàjì dá fún wa nígbà táwọn náà lọ bá mọ́gàjì ṣe mo wà nínú ẹgbẹ́ àwọn tó ń ràdá ni mi ì sínú ẹgbẹ́ yín abẹ́yìn lẹ gbéṣẹ́ fún mi ni mi ì sí nínú ẹgbẹ́ yín ohun Ọlọ́run lè mi gbọ́ ohun Ọlọ́run ni mo gbọ́ Ọlọ́run ló dẹ̀ lè di ní question tí mo lè answer my brother irú situation tá a bára wa tá a wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ń sì sí nìyẹn. Now the way forward báyìí ni pé tèmi mọ̀ ní wípé we must continue. You mentioned something, some minutes ago, some few minutes ago. You said you remember in 2001 when we started this bí unity yẹn ṣe pọ̀ tó ṣe máa ń post eléyìí tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe máa ṣe eléyìí tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe máa ṣe tán that is no more. Mọ́gàjí ni mọ́gàjí èmi ni mídíà ni o mọ́gàjí fọ́ọ̀sì méjì èmi ni ẹgbẹ́ ni o eléyìí ni o mọ́gàjí ni. So we must go back to the basic. I've told you this several times that there is no that car that has two drivers. Ṣé bí dábàá pé Yorùbá nation la fẹ́ gbà kò sí Yorùbá nation pé méjì o Yorùbá nation ẹyọ kan náà ni. So why it's hard for us to work together? No, I now agree with you. We may not work together because like you always said, Nigeria is a big elephant. Tẹ́lẹ̀ bá pàmbì pàmpá ni but nevertheless ó bá jẹ́ pé gbogbo wa fẹ́ pa elephant yìí nílò tọ́ kẹ́mi bá mú elephant tí ń bá gún lọ́bẹ̀ tó lè jẹ́ pé gbogbo wa fẹ́ pa ni. Ṣé bí wọ́n lè dájú fún náà kò wá yẹ kí wọ́n wá kó wa sọ pé ó ṣe máa gún elephant yìí lọ́bẹ̀ ẹ̀ ṣé bá fẹ́ kẹ́ elephant kú ni a fẹ́ kó kú ni náà. So anybody tó bá mọ ọ̀nà kọ èmi ti mọ ọ̀nà tèmi tí mo máa rìn and the rally is my own. Which you must support by all means because Oloma beginning. This is one of the reasons why I cherish you. You always say that truth. I'm a Jami. Thank you so much.
Ẹ má bínú máa override yín láti pé ẹ má bínú tó ń pè mí ní láti override yín jẹ́ bá àti gbóhùn jáyàjáyà ó ti pẹ́ lórí platform wa. Ìmúlẹ̀ sálọ àgbé òun ló ń jẹ́ mẹ́ta ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó dáa. Àwọn tàjẹ́ máa lọ nínú òtútù àwọn tàjẹ́ máa ń káàkiri lélẹ̀ kódà àwọn kan wọ́n gba flyer lọ́wọ́ wa ní Stratford àwọn ìyá kan jù sí wa lójú ni wọ́n ní kẹ́kẹ́ gbé flyer yìí lọ I'm sure pé family wọn ní ṣebí pé Boko Haram ti jí wọn gbé wọ́n náà níṣẹ́ láti wá sí Stratford káwọn pé flyer pé Yorùbá nation I'm sure púpọ̀ ní wọn báyìí ní sọ máa fi mìíràn ní nǹkan máa kí ó tún fi wá ta yín lórí platform.
pẹ̀lú jà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni pẹ̀lú sọ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ náà sọ ní pọ̀jù ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀jù kẹ̀ àwọn tó ń pa wá.
inú òtútù burúkú ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú tó ń kẹrin.
àwọn Yorùbá nation gbogbo ọ̀dẹ́gbọ̀n ní sọ ló wà òkè o.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
Ọlọ́run gbogbo ṣàwá ní.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
yes àjàgbórí ẹ mọ̀ ibi tí mo gbádẹ́ wà conflict máa wà. yes tí yóò bá síjà nídìí ẹ̀ kò nọ́mà nìyẹn ẹ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. politician lọ pẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ ìjà fún Yorùbá òun náà fẹ́ di president nínú and he learn from the man how to run the politics not how to struggle and fight for Yorùbá it's two different things. ọ̀rọ̀ káwọn kò nílẹ̀ ìkan tí mo sọ yìí òdòdó kò ní kọ́kọ́ sọ yes and kò ní leadership quality why tí mo fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà tí èèyàn sọ pé òun leader tó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó gbà tó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tó gbà is that a leadership quality?
Okay.
Yes kò ní leadership quality. àní àwọn tó ti wà ní díẹ̀ kò lè sí kankan tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn Ìgbòho àti bàbá Akíntóyè ọmọ Yorùbá ò ní tẹ̀lé ó tọ̀ ẹni tó bá kárí Ìgbòho àti bàbá Akíntóyè lórí nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ ṣe we are not going to follow you. Simple as that ọba ní mílíọ̀nù tó fẹ́ ṣe fún wa. ó lè sọ pé ọjà bá rẹ̀ nà kó bá kárí àwọn èèyàn yà lọ́ọ̀kì kò make sense. ó lè sọ pé ọjà fún mi kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọjà fún mi kò make sense. nígbà táwọn èèyàn jáde lábẹ́kúta ìyá yìí ti ṣe níjọ́ yẹn ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ reclaiming kí ló ń jẹ́ reclaiming. tí mẹ́jọ super medical radio bá wáyé declaration ò lè wáyé tá a bá tẹ̀sán èèyàn wa wò sọ́mọ jáde àbọ̀ ní jáde ẹ̀kọ́ lè declare because ẹ bá declare tẹ́yọ̀ bá jáde máa floor. yes àdìgọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní màmá onítùmí nìyẹn tìǹẹ́rò yes. ẹ lè ṣe declaration fún wa agitator kankan máa mọ̀ kó lórí kankan máa mọ̀ káwọn supporters máa mọ̀ ju àwọn kákọ̀ sí lọ. Kò make sense. Yes super mega rally làwọn believe nínú ẹ̀ tàbá ti taste round gbogbo wa wá dà jáde sí i bó ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn kò sí láì pé long way of claiming a nation no ọ̀nà tẹ́ bá gbà lọ́nà tẹ́ gbà àwọn kan ájà àwọn padà síta branding wọ́n máa yanjú ẹgbẹ̀rún fún wa náà ni.
ṣé pàṣẹ máa padà sórí round table náà ní gbẹ̀yìn.
Yes, focus yẹn làwọn ń tẹ̀lé àníkọ́ tí bàbá Akíntóyè bá ti náwó sí pẹ̀lú gbòòrò kò lè work ní Yorùbá nation because àwọn olórí nìyẹn you only three just a helper she's not our leader. Yes táwọn kan bá dàgbé kúdà wàhálà tí wọ́n nìyẹn àti gbowó Akíntóyè ìgbowó ò lè ṣe kọ́kọ́ láyé bàbá Akíntóyè ẹ má gẹ̀ẹ́sẹ̀ rán tí ẹ̀kọ́ bá sọ pé òun gbé ìgbowó àlọ́ọ̀k tí òun gbé bàbá Akíntóyè òun kọ́ra ẹ̀mí because bàbá Akíntóyè rẹ̀ kò bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti gbàgbọ́ fún gbogbo owó lè sọ pé bàbá fi gbowó lẹ̀ wọ̀ ní kúrò lẹ̀ kó tó tún lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ bàbá yẹn tí bàbá yẹn fi takú síbẹ̀ lẹ̀ kí là ń sọ àwọn òpin ọpọlọ ẹrú àwa ò fẹ́ ẹni tó wọn máa ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrú fún wa àwa ò fẹ́ yes.
So kí ni way forward? So kí ni way forward nísìn from in. Okay.
We have to keep on doing it. That's the ground round and declare to order the sita. On that time, declare to order sita. Lama declare Yorùbá nation. To order declare Yorùbá nation. Follow it. To Yorùbá nation, we support it. Because people don't say we have to declare it.
Okay.
Because the support declare for and embrace it. Because the manner and the way they take it through.
Okay.
No, say that for
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Ati picking a lot of the point there, and I'm sure, the most important thing there is let's remain focused. It become on Google so that Kamal lose it. Okay. All right. Eshigoni. Oh yes, definitely. And the was a way, and Elomi she was on go to Elomi or it did one padà báyìí wàláì wọ́n sì wà lójú títì. Àwọn kan lọ́pọ̀ mi nísìn over 30 ni wọ́n Ọ̀yọ́ ló máa sùn nísìn. Eshigoni, Jaya. Thank you so much.
We are on the right track. We are doing the right thing, and people embrace what we are doing.
Okay.
And people want
8437 number 10 pé wrong number ni o. Màá fún yín ní number tẹ́ máa pè. Eshigoni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Jaya. Ó ti tójọ́ mẹ́ta tàti gbọ́ ohun yẹn nìyẹn. Àjọ káàkiri ní London ni. 8437 number 10 pé is the wrong number. Even though we are just 20. A lè wà níbẹ̀ forever o. Àfi tẹ́ bá fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ yín lọ kó lọ fẹ̀gbẹ́ lélẹ̀. Number 10 lè pè sí +44 74 04 405 917. Òun ni studio number wa nìkan là ń gbà tá a bá ti ń ṣe tí n bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé mo tún lo mobile phone. Kò sí ní anybody tó lè pè sórí the other number yẹn. Ta ló tún wà níbí? Àwọn tó ti pè níwájú lọ ti jẹ lọ ti dín 14 minutes náà ní time yẹn. Oya briefly la máa ní fún anybody ní too much time báyìí àti fẹ́ máa lọ sùn báyìí. Oya bá a gbé sókè.
Yeah, Mr. Babi ló sọ̀rọ̀.
Okay.
Mo kàn fẹ́ kí ní ẹ̀kú iṣẹ́ gidi gan ni. Mo really like the way they fi handle àwọn matter yẹn lálẹ́.
Ó wà sensitive there.
Ọ̀tọ̀rí olórí gidi ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní good knowledge bí lè máa gbogbo àwọn tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ kò ń ṣe negative bẹ̀ nìkan nìyẹn máa mú ló máa mú lò. Ẹ kàn máa lẹ́ẹ̀tí gbọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ni ẹ máa gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ wò lẹ́yìn a good assessment lẹ máa ṣe yẹn later. Kò ní bí àwọn bọ́lẹ̀ kájà mídíà yẹn tó yẹ pé kéèyàn tó sọ̀rọ̀ tán wá.
Lára àwọn kan tá a ti kọ́lẹ̀ lálẹ́ àti kọ youth sílẹ̀ CSI wọ́n ní kó wà very careful question jáde nínú operation declaration audio document energy going forward wọ́n náà need the masses 3 countries ìtàn yẹn wà láì mo ti sùn lọ́mọ ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn máa lọ tún gbọ́. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni tó gbé wa lọ sí inú ìtàn yẹn.
A good leader ẹni tó bá máa jẹ good leader ó gbọ́dọ̀ go through àwọn kankan nílẹ̀ even though ní America yìí lọ wọ́n ní kankan tó ń pè ní assessment téèyàn bá ti tó bá fill application pé mo fẹ́ jẹ governor wọ́n máa push àwọn èèyàn kan fọ́ sí wọn pé okay wọ́n máa jẹ assessment fún wọn. That is to wo bóyá ẹni possible manager àbí governor tó fẹ́ jẹ yẹn and ẹ show ọmọ kọ́ládé ìfún mi. In fact I really love what you did with the first man that was on. Tó bá jẹ́ orí media ni wọ́n máa cut máa yẹn up ni wọ́n ní jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ tán. That is to show pé one side ni wọ́n wà. I love what you did this night.
Mr. Bamilo sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ máa bá kẹ́ lọ. I so love that.
Thank you so much. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tí a wà lórí platform ṣe rí within ourselves àwa ó ti yé wa a kò ṣe ní bit of conflict kéékèèké ni àná àwọn tó tẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé APC PDP wọ́n tẹ̀ fi gbọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá nation wọ́n ń bú wa lójoojúmọ́ ni àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn lẹ́ẹ̀ka máa bá jà hello àdèlébá tó wá ọjà ìkọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá náà ni wọ́n ẹgbẹ́ òsókè ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò mo kí àtó bí mi lọ́mọ àpò ojú ẹni ìyá mi orúkọ ayat mo rí
láti Chicago mo ti ń sọ̀rọ̀.
As usual.
Ṣé rí ìgbà tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ yìí a gbọ́dọ̀ yọ personality a gbọ́dọ̀ yọ kúrò bàbá mọ danger tó wà ahead wa bàbá mọ danger tó wà ahead wa gbogbo ilé tá à ń sọ pé leader kò sí leader kankan Ọlọ́run leader ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó wà wájú wa ikú ni Ọlọ́run yọ wá ń bẹ̀ fún ẹni tó bá mọ̀ ikú Ọlọ́run yọ wá ń bẹ̀ níṣẹ́ là ń ṣe bí ìrẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ tó ń pè ní ìrẹ̀ tó ń kó sínú akíngbè níṣẹ́ ká fi wá ọ̀nà tó máa fi jáde níṣẹ́ là ń tara wa nípa títọ́ ń kán tó bẹ́ jẹ́ òótọ́ nǹkan tí Mrs. mo dúpọ̀ ní tìrí pé lọ́wọ́ tó ẹ́ pé òótọ́ ni ẹ̀jọ̀ máa rọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ká ṣe sùúrù ká gbà kọ́ta máa gbà ká rárá ká ṣe kọ́ta máa ṣe kí ṣiṣẹ́ gbogbo aláìjọ ṣe 5 million petition so àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá láyé gbà ó ẹ má wò pé òkì tó àbá gbà kí ṣe òun nìkan ló máa jẹyà ẹ àwọn tá a wà ní òkè òkun tó bá rò pé àwọn tó wà ń lé là ń ṣe fún irọ́ ni o gbogbo náà dé mọ́ agolo akọkọ yàtọ̀ síra díẹ̀ ni so tó yẹ pé òótọ́ nìkan tó gbé lọ́wọ́ ẹ jáfí ọ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ká embrace ká gbà kọ́tà máa gbà kò yẹ òun méèkè pé leader ìlú ẹlẹ́fẹ́ gbà gbogbo aládẹ̀jọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ assign 5 million petition káyọ̀ kò sí 5 million petition káwọn àgbẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ ló ń gba Yorùbá nation àwọn ta ló ń sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation náà máa sọ bẹ̀tí ń sìn gbogbo aládẹ̀jọ́ sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ gbà so ẹ já fọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ tó bá gbẹ̀mọ́ tó dá lọ ẹjọ́ mo bẹ̀ yín gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ já gbà kọ́tà máa gbà ká lè avoid ikú tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà yìí ọlọ́run dẹ̀ kú pa wá.
ẹ ṣe gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi.
ẹ ṣe ìgbà.
Thank you so much. Mo kí ìyá mi Ọmọlára Ìyábọ̀ mo kí Ọmọlára Adésínà mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní gbogbo platforms ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí mixlr ẹ má bínú pé ẹ ráyè gbádùn rally yẹn àárín méjì ó cut out 12 hours lásán ó fún 12 hours yẹn kẹrin tá a bá ti ní long program ó máa ń tètè jẹ lọ so ẹ má bínú we have about 6 people that are listening let's come again back to UK calls yẹn on float ní lálẹ́ ẹ bá máa ṣe briefly nítorí òun kò tó máa bẹ.
ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ kúṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú yín ẹ kú ọpọlọ ọpọlọ yìí kò ní dọ́gba lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba ṣe rí nǹkan tẹ́yìn fẹ́ sọ torí bí nǹkan tẹ́yìn náà máa sọ òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ kì í ní kéèyàn máa sọ òun màmá onítìrẹ kò sẹ́ni tí ò appreciate wọn but èmi kàn fẹ́ sọ pé this thing is so simple wọ́n ní àgbà ní bàbá ẹni téèyàn bá bá lábà ò ní bàbá àwọn èèyàn yìí àwọn tí wọ́n ti wà níwájú tó bá màmá tó join wa because ẹ̀yin náà sọ ní 2021 gbogbo nǹkan ṣe rí pẹ̀lú everybody tí tó yẹ pé everything wà united èèyàn máa ó yẹ kí èèyàn máa fura sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ téèyàn bá wọ ibì kan mi ò rò pé ó yẹ kí nǹkan wà divided èmi rò pé unity ló yẹ kéèyàn bring in sí irú nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí not pé ká divide because èmi ò I'm not against anybody mo dey like bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń ṣe kì í ṣe pé bóyá ẹ̀yin náà wà one side bóyá auditive àbí bàbá but you always being realistic that is one thing about you which I really appreciate so but nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń sìn màmá kí mi ò mọ bí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ ṣe tí màmá máa work tí màmá bá dẹ̀ refuse láti work kò sí bí ẹni tó bá any right thinking person tó bá support ní Yorùbá nation tó máa fi bàbá Akíntóyè àti chief sílẹ̀ tó máa ní pé ìyá Onítìrí làwọn fẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ èmi ò rò pé ó make sense because tí màmá ò bá lè papọ̀ mọ́ wọn kó gbogbo wọn jọ ṣe kínní pọ̀ mi rò pé ó dáa tó tí wọ́n bá wá refuse no matter the declaration tó láwọn ṣe because even the declaration ọjọ́ tó ṣe declaration so many people mọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn happen tí ò dé yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ declare pé bóyá ẹ fẹ́ gba orílẹ̀-èdè àwọn tẹ́ fẹ́ gba orílẹ̀-èdè fún tí wọ́n mọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ kárí wọn ẹ̀ lọ́n kí ni declaration táwa ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó dẹ̀ láwọn ń ṣe documentation gbogbo nǹkan there is nothing to jẹ́ pé wọ́n fi hàn anybody àbí tó show àbí tó proof or evidence yes this is what is going on it shouldn't be like that. Wọn lè máa dá nǹkan ṣe lábẹ́nu ó jẹ́ pé àwa tá a jẹ́ Yorùbá àwa tá a jẹ́ ọmọ ibẹ̀ tá a mọ ọkọ̀ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tọkàn fún wa sínú darkness it shouldn't be like that ẹni gbọ́ gbogbo kíní wọn lẹ́ni but wọn against pé bóyá wọn ṣe rally she said it pé ká máa ṣe rally lọ wọn ṣe ń ṣe yẹn wípé tó wọ́n náà ní jẹ́ kó pẹ́ nìkankan wípé bọ̀ tí wọ́n bá fèsì wọn tí wọ́n bá face wọn that means pé Nigeria finish nìyẹn so she's not against pé bóyá wọ́n ń ṣe rally so but all the same ọ̀nà ṣàbáwá ṣe ọ̀dẹ̀ ọmọ opportunity ó máa dá tí unity bá lè wà ẹ ṣeun gan ni Ọlọ́run á bá wa ṣe o ẹ ṣe gan ni thank you so much God bless you bye.
Kò láìpẹ́ pa máa lè gba gbogbo kọ́ọ̀kọ̀ possible especially I'm on what time. More than that is closing kìíní so gbogbo ẹni tó bá ráyè pè wọlé we will always come back and I'm give 2 more. This will be the first one, then just 2 more. Mo ní láti lọ nísìn because ó ti rẹ bọ́dì mi mo ní láti lọ sùn. 2 minutes or if not a little bit less. Ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè.
Ṣé sá o ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ fún mi.
Mo pè láti Germany.
Okay.
Mo ní kí yín ní ìwà ìkúṣẹ́ o kò ní rẹ̀ wá o gbogbo àwọn tó fi lé àtọ̀nà wọn sílẹ̀ náà Ọlọ́run á dáwọ́ bò wọ́n o àní ṣe lásán. Nǹkan tí mo kò fẹ́ contribute nípa ìyá onítìrí àti àwọn èèyàn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ pípé ìpẹ̀rẹ̀ kan ṣe mo kàn fẹ́ bẹ̀ everybody kò ń ṣe táìmì ìlànà àti màjà nǹkan tí ìyá ṣe kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó burú ni àwọn náà wọ́n gbìyànjú débi tó ń dé yẹn ni ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tí mo kàn rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n á fẹ́ ṣe irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó yẹ kó sọ fún àwọn bàbá Akíntóyè ṣe Sunday Igboho kí gbogbo wọn jọ pa wọ́n pọ̀ kàn jọ ṣe lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà nǹkan tèmi kàn fẹ́ sọ níbẹ̀ yẹn ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn tó ń bínú tó ń fa aya tó ń fẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí ìyá kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí ìyá ọkàn jọ kan tó lọ lọ́hùn iṣẹ́ takuntakun náà ìyá ẹ̀ ṣe kò yí sí o.
Eshogani. Thank you. One more after this, then I'm gonna close the broadcast. I will do mine, and I think this is gonna be the last one. One more minute. About push it in quickly. And in back home, let you know try that quickly. Time to work on. Time to work. What you want? Most okay, I'm going. I go mention say in America, and I go meet then in New York.
I saw that in
Newcastle, okay. Wow.
Yes, of course.
Man, she shall receive an tell
What is send message? See like way.
Ṣé nínú ìgbà táwọn ṣe program yìí ṣá?
Yes, program yes.
Àti mo dẹ̀ wà lórí program yìí kò lè possible.
Yes, I've been watching you.
Ẹgbọ́n ẹ sọ kọ́ tẹ́tí bèrè ẹ nísìnyí ẹ ti wọlé nísìnyí mo ì tí ì rí message.
The question mo fẹ́ bèrè ni pé àwọn OPC àwọn Gani Adams fashion.
Yeah.
Ṣé
Yeah.
Mo fẹ́ mọ̀ pé kí wọ́n join rally yìí ni. I need more crowd jù yẹn lọ because táwọn yẹn bá join táwọn Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà join táwọn ọdẹ join táwọn kankan join.
Everybody is into the rally, so but again with the OPC, these are security, which I'm sure you're aware of. So we don't tend to want to talk about the security aspect. But
yes. My second question is.
Yeah.
Èmi fẹ́ kí àbí advice mi ni pé mo fẹ́ ká mú next rally wa ká mú bí state kan kí state yẹn tá bá lè shut down state yẹn ó máa affect gbogbo state Yorùbá tó kù ṣe rally máa díje láwọn Yorùbá tó kù state Yorùbá tó kù state tá bá máa ti ṣe next rally bóyá Ìbàdàn ni o bóyá Oǹdó ni bóyá Èkó ni ká shut state yẹn down èmi ò gbé bí system yẹn máa better for next rally.
Okay.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ọpọlọ.
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ àmì ẹ má bínú gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi I'm sure you understand Atilo close to we went there and pay money I'm sorry. Over 3 hours now, and I need to wind down. Not tonight anymore. Another time. It's always like that when conversation like that. But I think where we are right now, very important. Quite a lot of things were discussed. Baba wa kin one day mo ti pa Wi-Fi mi kò ní wọlé, ẹ má bínú láti Germany. Mo ti pa Wi-Fi yẹn so that kò ní máa vibrate everybody létí. I know there's still a lot of people that wants to call. Ẹ má bínú mo bẹ̀ wá ni. I gotta go to bed now. It's 3 o'clock. Mo lè ti tètè jí ní àná. Òun kékeré dẹ̀ mo ṣe sùn so far. Tó bá yẹ kó à ń ṣàìsùn yẹn lọ nísìnyí nínú mi bá máa dùn, but wọ́n ti paná lù mọ́ wa lójú. Bí àṣẹ tó bá lọ sí pàtí òbí. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá àti wà nínú danger bí ẹ̀gbọ́n wa ṣe sọ láti Chicago. Bàbá mi Ogun Fatai wọ́n ní a wà nínú danger. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ wà nínú danger ó gbọ́dọ̀ wà bóyá fi safeguard rẹ̀. Ẹ rántí pé àwọn kan wà ní títì báyìí nísìn nísàlẹ̀ tí àrùn wọn ṣẹ́ o, because àwọn náà lè rán àwọn náà ṣẹ́. Bí àṣà bàbá confam JP ó ní òun lòun gbàwẹ̀, ó ní òun kúkú ìyàn kankan rán òun iṣẹ́, but iṣẹ́ tí ó kan gbogbo wa ni pé a fẹ́ deliver nǹkan kan, kí la fẹ́ deliver? A fẹ́ deliver ara wa pé ká wọnú sísítẹ́ẹ̀mù míì tó yàtọ̀ sí ìta ń ṣe. But àwọn olóṣèlú wa àwọn gangan ni problem wa. Ṣé rí gbogbo eléyìí tá a ṣe ń bára wa discuss nínú bíbá is not the problem. Problem tó kàn jẹ́ ni pé àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ make sure pé the voice comes in one unity, because ìlú kan là ń jà fún. Tó bá yẹ pa fẹ́ pín ilẹ̀ Yorùbá sí ọ̀nà mẹ́ta àbọ̀nà méjì, a lè ní bí Ayọ̀ Onítìrì fi mú láti Kogi, Kwara, Ondo, dẹ̀bẹ́ àbákí tó yẹ fi mú láti Èkìtì, Ọ̀ṣun, Ọ̀yọ́, bí àwọn àkànrán tó wá mú láti Ògùn àti Lagos àti pín sọ́nà mẹ́ta. But since we are all fighting for one particular country, no matter where you side, sometimes people ask me, Ibo lèmi fìsí gangan? I've seen comments like that. People have questioned me. Ibo lèmi fìsí? Ibi tèmi fìsí ni pé ká fọ́ Nàìjíríà sí wẹ́wẹ́. Ìbẹ̀dẹ̀ mo dúró dé láti 3 years ago. 3 years yẹn tí mo ń sọ yìí going to 4 years. Ẹni tó gbé ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation jáde tí mo fi pick track yẹn was Baba Akintoye in 2019 tàrí fídíò yẹn, but in tó mú mi jáde ọ̀tọ̀ ni, because I just saw something that was so upset, with the Fulanis ní Èkìtì kan ni tó ṣàbọ̀bọ̀ kan lórí tí mo lè jáde mo ní náà that's enough kólúkálukú kó máa lọ, and then we started pushing this. And in between that, a lot of things has happened. But exactly in tí mo dúró lé, ó ní pé ká máa lọ. Bá ṣe wá fẹ́ lọ yẹn ni olúkálukú fẹ́ mọ̀. Àwọn kan fẹ́ mọ gbogbo kúlẹ̀kúlẹ̀. Àwọn ìyàwó ti dẹ́lẹ̀ sọ pé no, a lè fún yín ní gbogbo ẹ̀, a bá fún yín ní gbogbo ẹ̀. No, Ìgbòho máa ní no, a lè fún yín ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Just as what happened yesterday. Because expectation àwọn tó jáde ni pé lánàá yẹn sẹ́ kódà èmi náà wá máa gbé títí di weekend, but the instruction came back and said no, it has to end. I was not happy. So, but where we are now is our politicians want to make sure that nígbà Yorùbá Nation. How do we stop them? Ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ti Onítìrì CSI kìnnìkan. We need love among them. And I don't think they hate each other. But àwọn èèyàn ò kọ̀ rí lójú pé love wà láàrin yín bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ yìí. And I've seen people have said, okay, ibi tí wọn náà ti ń fi sí nìyẹn. Okay. But like I said, I am not a Bole Kaja media. We're here to review, assess, discuss. We can decide not to open the phone line. but we want you to call in and now they fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ yín lẹ́nu ní ẹ̀ bá gbọ́ bí ìjà ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ìyá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kí lè tẹ̀ ń sọ báyìí náà ẹ̀ bá má sọ yẹn mo kúkú mọ tó fi sọ and I don't think he has spoken to us on our platform for some time but I know he was also listening, you know, because like I said, I was there but in and out, and just as a lot of us ẹlòmíì kàn fi mí ẹlòmíì lálẹ́ nísìnyí ó kàn fi mí mutí ni pé ọmọ àkẹ́ kí ló tún máa sọ lálẹ́ because they are not interested in Yorùbá nation but wọ́n fi mí while away time níta-dẹ̀ gbé dání èmi máa ń sọ pé kò ń ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ tó important tó ń dùn àwọn kan lọ́kàn ó ń dùn wa lọ́kàn jura wa lọ bó ṣe ń dùn èmi ó lè máa dùn àwọn ẹlòmíì ó ń dùn wa lọ́kàn jura wa lọ àwọn èèyàn máa sẹ́ndì owó wọ́n máa sẹ́ndì mẹ́sẹ̀ bí mo ṣe rí ẹ tó súnmọ́ mi pé owó Christmas a máa ra adìyẹ even though pé sọ̀rọ̀ Christmas lọ tó wà nílẹ̀ but that's how it so in tèmi kọ́ máa sọ fún gbogbo wa that we are following this movement. Our common enemy today is not each other. Ṣé báwa tètè gbọ́ síra wa lẹ́nu díẹ̀? Ìdókọ̀ kò díẹ̀ ni pé ká tidy up àárín kéékèèké yẹn. Okay, ìbò ló fi sí, you know. And because of the sensitivity of the situation now, I don't want to go into ṣẹ́nà àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kù because tí bá sọ àwọn kan níbí báyìí nísìnyí àwọn kan tún mú lọ pé n tí Koiki sọ lélẹ̀ against Onítìrì n tó sọ lélẹ̀ against Ìgbòho or whatever, you know, ọmọ kì í mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ Ìgbòho náà anyway, so but my job here is to make sure that, you know, we still remain with that, you know, formidable force, and I know it's going to be possible because our common enemy right now today is our Yoruba politicians that doesn't want us to have that control. Ẹ wo gbogbo Ọ̀yọ́ yẹn bó ṣe rí. Ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn wa bó ṣe feel, you know, tẹ́ bá ń wo images yẹn ìkan náà fóònù àwọn ọmọ wa yẹn kan clear bàjẹ́ èyí tó ń ṣe drone yẹn àṣẹra fóònù ẹ̀ fóònù ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn wa náà ni. It cost a lot of money but that's part of the investment, you know. Ẹ rí pé kan ní wọn fóònù ẹ̀ clear gan. Tẹ́ bá rí àwọn drone footage, so ẹ túbọ̀ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ àti wá síbi ọ̀rọ̀ lówó dé so that kí ètò lè máa lọ bó ṣe jẹ́ kó lọ. We are not going to allow anybody. I monitor the comments. If I say anything, don't abuse any of our leaders. Look, we disagree with Joe Biden. We disagree with ìtòtẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ ní símùtẹ̀ náà tó orúkọ ẹ̀ Rishi Sunak. A fẹ́ kó fún àwọn doctors wa lówó àti nurses kò fún wọn lówó but káwa máa bú wọn ọmọlúàbí ni wá. We don't have to agree with them but we don't have to curse them. Mo mọ̀ pé nígbà mi tẹ́lẹ̀ mi bá ń tán àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ wa gbọ́ lórí platform mi ló ti wá sọ̀rọ̀ ìyá Onítìrì báyìí ọmọ akẹ́ni bọ̀ bọ́n ó dẹ̀ fún wọn níbo gbogbo yẹn kọ́ ló. Common enemy now is our Fulani people that are trying to take over our land. They want to kill us. What Nnamdi Kanu mú Rishi Sunak, yeah. Mo rí tó lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn military tó lọ ń jẹ burger àti chicken. Èmi ọmọ yín náà ni lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí I just have to come out tonight, you know, especially torí tó lọ l'Ọ́yọ́ state. Be rest assured that before the announcement of whatever is going to happen again, I will kódà bó jẹ́ mi ni máa take control, you know, of some of the things that I believe, you know, I can't take control of. But the instruction that they gave me in Ogun State was we were sleeping over. And the emotion, you know, mo lè jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wa kankan tó ń fi ń ta yín ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ rárá. And this is where the division is. Àwa náà máa fi bí àgbàlagbà, you know. Even though I'm not talking in some of your groups, but I'm there. I might keep quiet, but I'm there. Because kò sí gbogbo group tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ́ni information will get back to me. They Mr. Koiki, so need gbogbo yẹn. We are not on this platform, you know, to knock anybody off. But don't knock what we are doing here off. This is a platform that is fighting one common enemy, kò fight fún against ọmọ Yorùbá, is fighting one enemy, which is the Fulani and the Western power. Wọ́n náà máa sùn mọ́jú ẹ wá fi hàn tán yín. You're wasting your energy because platform yìí ẹ lè gbé wálẹ̀. Mo máa sọ fún yín gbogbo ẹnu lèmi fi sọ. Mo lè boast ẹ̀, mo lè fògùn ẹ̀gbárí ni. Kò ń ṣe Koiki. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ tó ń gbọ́ because wọ́n mọ̀ pé tèmi bá ti sọ Ìgbòho látẹnu Ìgbòho ló ti fẹ́ jáde nìyẹn. Kò ń ṣe pé mi ti bá yẹ pé mi nìkan mo fẹ́ sọ. So mo bẹ̀ gbogbo wa ẹ ká ṣe sùúrù. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ṣe wà nínú Ọ̀yọ́ state, Ọlọ́run bá mi ṣọ́ yín padà délé. Mo ì tí mọ̀ what the next instruction is. Tílẹ̀ bá mọ́ lágbọ́rọ̀ Ọlọ́run wá fi tó mi létí, àdẹ́ fi tó ẹ̀ náà létí. Reclaiming, rally, declaration, àní kí gbogbo ẹ̀ kó ṣàrúgbó. Èmi tẹ̀ fẹ́ èmi ti wà pé ká ti wà ní festival mode ni kí gbogbo ẹ̀ kó lock down completely. Kọ́ máa bẹ̀ wá ká náà gbọ́. I could shut Ọ̀yọ́ state down just for a few hours. Àyà wọn ti já. Lọ́rọ̀ pé Ìgbòho máa dé bá wa níbẹ̀ ni. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Àwa Ìgbòho la wà níta lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo wa àtẹni tó wà nínú yàrá ẹ̀ tó ń wo program yẹn. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó lọ pátá la dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Oúnjẹ ò tí tò náà ẹ má wọrí ó kù díẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín diaspora tẹ́ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ lórí platform yìí. Tó bá ti sọ the next move ẹ mọ̀ àtúmọ̀ wá raise owó as usual. Bọ̀dọ̀ ṣe ń fún wa ní owó fún rally ẹ má gbàgbé tí Koikimedia. Thank you so much and have a very good morning. Ṣé ká play anthem yẹn ká tó máa lọ? Nǹkan ní kí n máa try láti máa play. It's a good energy. Kí lè rí sound flag wa? Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá a ti dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá sí wọn lọ́rùn. Flag méjì 25 meters méjì 1450 bí méjì ló wà ńbẹ̀. Àwọn flag yẹn bad gan. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kan ló sanwó ẹyọ kan. Èmi náà dẹ̀ ra ẹyọ kan fúnra mi. Ta ló ní London? Ẹni tó bá fọwọ́ kan flag yẹn báwo lẹ ṣe feel? Mo rá àwọn kan tó ń sùn sọ ẹ má bà flag yẹn jẹ́ o. Ẹ ń sùn lé lórí but mo rí pé bọ́ bàtà ẹ má sùn lé lórí o. Ẹ má sùn lé lórí. Ẹ dẹ̀ máa jẹ́ kí flag yẹn ẹ value flag yẹn bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé nǹkan tẹ cherish gidi gan ni. Èyí tẹ kàn wọ nílẹ̀ lẹ́yìn. Ẹ má ṣe yẹn. Ẹ gbé mọ́ra. Ẹ má ìyẹn gangan ni weapon wà. Mo dẹ̀ láì bẹ́ ṣe gbé sókè yẹn. Tá bá ti jáde míì ẹ make sure pé dìímú dáadáa because òun ni weapon wa àgbáyé máa rí images yẹn. Mo sọ fún yín Koikimedia ni I'm sure pé àwọn politician gan ṣerú ẹ̀rí níbo lẹ ti rí ní gbogbo ìgbà tó ti ṣe election in the last láti 1999 tó lóru flag bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ló ṣiṣẹ́ òṣè mi. They are the next one. Tàbá rí owó dáadáa. Ṣé ká ṣe 100 meter? Tàbá ti fẹ́ gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ tó bá fẹ́ rúgbó. 25 lè rí yẹn. A lè multiply ẹ̀. Pé 100 a máa ná lọ. Kò ní bàjẹ́ pé gbogbo wa. Ó ràn yẹn lá máa sọ. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá o. Àbára wa jà o. Ẹja nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara wa o. Àwa ń gbìyànjú. Olúkálùkù ń gbìyànjú. Ẹ lè knock platform yìí down. Kò possible. Torí platform yìí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ló sponsor ẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe politician. Ó dára o. Orílẹ̀-èdè kàgbéga ìgbàgbọ́ bàtì bẹ̀rù kàṣiṣẹ́ ìṣọ̀kan ìkẹjẹ tẹ̀síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire àti ọmọ Odùduwà bọ̀ sí ipò ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ Ògo Adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni Eunice Uche. Good morning. All hail Biafra. Don't joke with Biafra. No Nnamdi Kanu. Ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá ń bẹ ní Biafra land, just listen to their instructions. Things will get very hot. I spoke with Simon Ekpa yesterday. So be very Odaro. No Nnamdi Kanu. Let me just leave the rest. Bye for now. Odaro. All hail Biafra. All hail Oduduwa. Odaro on the Instagram. On the MixLR, Odaro. Eta wani Koikimedia Oduduwa. Oran Elama Sun. Bye for now.